gameplay for these competitors and really make it something interesting. Make it, especially with these new shotguns, new Uzis, I really wonder where these players are going to be gravitating to in terms of weapons and loadouts.
Yeah, it felt like to me, just from the small time that I was playing, that it's going to be harder to get through builds, right? You have way less to get through builds. Can we go overbuild? Maybe. Can we land on the little side and work our way up? Maybe.
You know, impulse grenades always there.
Yeah, but I think a lot of it is going to be getting your edits right. Once you are in the build, you got to edit the wall, then pull out the Peacekeeper, and we saw a lot of that in the highlights, right? So we know a lot of these players are already great at it.
Yeah, it really comes down to mechanics and how good you are. And really, I mean, it's not even a mechanics of the game or of building that you have to be good at. You got to be able to bring the mechanics of having good aim at the end of the day. If you're not able to land your shots, you're not going to win those fights. And I like to say, I would say 95% of the time, the person who is being the aggressor, who is able to be confident, go inside the builds, do those edits really fast, will be the ones who win those fights and grab those extra eliminations and will work their way up the leaderboard.
Yeah,
so you got to be able to land your shots when the time comes, because building will only take you so far up in the sky. The shots will land you higher up the leaderboard.
That's a perfect way to say that, man. Absolutely nailed it. I'm going to have to agree. However, when it comes to Fortnite, you never know what's going to happen,
never know.
right? So we could sit here and
Never
speculate
know.
all day. We could throw it up in the air, but really, these players, I mean, we have a couple people that have won weeks in the past, but it's all, I mean, talk about Blizzard, just comes out of absolute nowhere last week, says, I'm the teammate of the person who was supposed to win. Like, just anything could happen here at the HyperX Arena, so I'm looking forward to it.
I am excited because, and I always like to say, because it's so exciting to have a new season, have new weapons in the game, have new mechanics, and seeing how these players are going to utilize it. I'm going to miss the nitrous. I'm not even going to lie to you, being able to pop that unlimited sprint, getting it out of these situations. I actually had a game where I died to the storm because I wanted to grab the Dr. Doom mythic, and it was brutal. And I was just thinking about, man, those nitro boosts, being able to give you unlimited sprint, those were good times, but we're not going to be seeing those either.
I just think
a lot of that.
It's kind of crazy. Like, you see players starting to use different, right? Week one, they're blasting out of their build and uppercutting their way out of there and using the guitar.
Ridiculous.
And getting their way. Today, we're going to see a completely different thing, a completely different way to get out of problems. And I obviously think the jetpack is going to be helpful, but I don't think it's going to be the end-all be-all, because I think enough of these players have what it takes to hit those shots in the sky.
Truly, and you are floating kind of slowly. I mean, you do, like we talked about, have the thrusters, but man, we have seen it week after week after week.
It's no Boba Fett, but it'll get the job done.
It will get the job done, and week after week after week, we've seen these players and how much they can just laser the competition from no matter how far away you are.
New guns, old guns.
They know how to handle the guns. They know how to handle the recoil and know how to laser these competitors who are just trying to get by and use what they can to give themselves an advantage. And really, at the end of the day, I think the easiest way is going for these boss fights and trying to grab those medallions, because a lot of people aren't actually going to go after them, like we've seen time and time again. And the best medallion in the game right now is the Dr. Doom medallion, where it's going to give you Siphon once you eliminate someone. So you get some shields and heals back if you eliminate someone. So it doesn't just keep sacking like we saw last
and that's available in the same place every time.
Yeah, same place every time.
That is going to be a hot drop for me. I would like to see where that leads us, because I mean, if you're talking about things that Ninja has been upset about in the past, it's getting your kill and being one shot, right?
Yep.
We've seen that prior weeks, is how important a third party situation is.
But guess what?
Now that kind of eliminates the third party when you siphon. So
exactly, and getting that health and shields back after you eliminate someone, we are definitely going to be seeing how that's going to be utilized and how these top competitors are going to be able to get even more eliminations from doing that. But we are finally ready. We've got everyone in the lobby, and we are getting hyped, excited, and pumped for the one, the only Fortnite Marvel season. Everyone, please enjoy this magnificent hype video, and you yourself get hyped.
Welcome into Friday Frags. We are getting ready for another amazing week of Fortnite action.
Uptips will happen. Oh, it's double tapped by the full auto, and they're gone.
Now Hugger's going to try and build up, try and get on top.
Oh, he's going in. Is he going to take fall damage? The fall damage. Oh, man.
are already in it. 42 out of 43. One player already got eliminated.
Oh,
in this
man.
one.
Imagine not even making the hype video.
Oh,
Rip.
Zafu gonna be able to grab that second elimination of this tournament. Right now we do have Kedu on the screen going to be able to pump that shield, get themselves up halfway. And we also got the new AUG assault rifle, which is actually a burst fire weapon, which is really, really cool. I think it's really nice, very accurate, pretty much a laser. So we're gonna be seeing Kedu's gonna be able to utilize that well.
We're gonna hear every single wall breaking and getting it down. Bidgie, I'm too excited to be here. Obviously, we talked about it. It's time to get loud, make some noise for your favorite competitor here. Already taking shots. What's this guy's name? Mysterio?
Mysterio is here, and this is one of the medallions I was talking about. This Mysterio is gonna allow you to get the invisibility medallion.
Well, he's dog water. I don't like him. He's not looking good right now, and as opposed to Giru, who's looking to get a medallion and get plenty of mats right now is the #1 thing you got to realize. If you're running through the city, you need your mats.
And it's, oh, there we go. We got the jetpacks in the game.
Early.
You know what? Talking about it, you're going to be seeing how those are going to be utilized. Going to be with the #1 mobility item in the game right now next to the impulse grenade. Like I was talking about before, the Sovereign Shotgun. We got Kedu with that Mythic, and it's going to do a lot of damage because it's got kind of like a hip fire mechanic and a zoom in mechanic, where if you zoom in, it's going to do a little bit more damage. It's going to be a little bit more precise, but the margin for error on that Sovereign Shotgun is very little comparatively to the pump.
I mean, we've seen Baka do amazing things week after week, and that's another thing to realize here. This is 43 players in the lobby, obviously losing a couple off rip, but these are players that we see week in after week. So to me, this is going to be a stacked lobby no matter what. And Captain America taking a quick Captain America break.
You know what? That shield is actually broken. I got embarrassingly 1v1'd by it because I didn't realize it's like a full body shield. And we got Loki, unfortunately, going down in their own season. Marvel, no. You know what? That is unfortunate. Is Kazui's going to be able to grab their second elimination of this round.
It's crazy how tapped in Fortnite is with Marvel. I mean, I feel like, you know, there's been a lot of stuff going on, and especially, you know, when the Deadpool hit, but for the announcement to come out for Dr. Doom and then for instantly it to be a season,
it's crazy.
It's just insane.
Nuts. I mean, I love it. And then we also got the new, like with Disney being more involved, we know they got a stake into Fortnite. So Disney's going to be bringing Disney villains. They announced Monsters Inc. collab.
I mean, we're going to be going through doors and stuff. It's going to be fun. Right now, Levi Bear trying to get some shots onto Baka. I mean, we see players week in and week out kind of play around this river just for the movement, it feels, a lot of the time.
Just absolutely flying around.
Yeah, Levi Bear decides it's not the move.
Yeah, once you lose that movement, you kind of want to go back and always be sure that you're not going to get eliminated chasing someone down. But you always want to be the aggressor. You're seeing Levi Bear there. That's going to cause Baka to have to use shields and get more shields, which just takes more time out of losing mats, tap you to get less time of trying to get elimination. So just being able to just tap people, get them lower, and force them to go loot some more is such a good tactic in my opinion. Very Plum gonna have to loot some more as they are going to go down here at 32 competitors. That's gonna be Ryder FX. We're gonna be seeing them grabbing their first elimination of this round.
True Ryder. I mean, I really don't know who's gonna take it today, just because all of our events have had a different winner, I believe.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell you. I mean,
so with a new season being afoot, it's really hard to guess here. Who would I say benefits the most from this next season? I mean, maybe Levi Bear, because he's so down to take shots into the sky. Now he can be kind of a sky demon, but it really all comes down to what you're allowed to get. And we saw the map there earlier, just kind of where everybody landed. Everybody is everywhere, man.
Yeah, there is no specific spot, no specific, I guess there are specific strategies that the players are bringing to this, where they're kind of enjoying, where, hey, you know what, I know I can get good loot here, good loot here. I always say, especially with 43-player lobbies, you should be dropping onto named locations. There is no reason why you should be going out in the middle of nowhere and causing yourself to even be a little bit lower.
Oh, I like that edit. I like that edit. That's the edit we were talking about earlier. What's going to be most important? The most important thing there was making that wall his own, editing it to the open square, and then delivering a little bit of a knockdown, if you will.
Blenchbull versus Blizzard. We saw Blizzard last week. Got now 7.
We also saw Victor. This is Victor versus his rival.
Oh.
Blizzard was able to come away with the win, but now they fight ever so tandemly in the middle.
Let's see if they're going to be able to bring something
I feel like every time we talk, let's not talk about it next time. Let's just let it rock.
Yeah, that's true. That's what I'm saying. Don't say the names. Don't say the names. But yeah, they're going to be able to go their separate ways, saying they don't want to get eliminated too soon out of this one. Don't even have the additional points here, but right now we do see.
I don't know if it's so much like us saying the names, but more so if you see someone building to your similar ability,
that's where you're like,
okay. Like, Eden takes a hard shot, is able to bandage up and put on a nice square of steel. The man of steel taking shots through, has to make sure this wall is his own, edits out and edits in, but is still taking massive damage. The door opens, but for how much longer? Look at the edits.
Itadori about to bring out the black flash and be able to eliminate Eden here, but they're just trying to get around these builds.
Yeah, I mean,
truly, Eden's doing such a good job
and healing.
Build some defense here and give themselves a little bit of time.
But I think they have run out of health, so now equalizer shot comes through the edit, but now with Big Eden running out of any kind of health, only shield, this might be the defending factor in this matchup.
Both of them. Battle it has been. Unfortunately, Eden did not take the advantage of when they got those shots off and pop their shields, because you know when you pop someone's shield, that's when you should really take your moment and do what you need to do.
It's still pretty even, though. It looks like Itadori is going to take a little bit of a downed maneuver, looking for the bottom floor technique.
Yeah, let's see if that's going to happen, as this build battle's been going on for at least 2 to 3 minutes now.
I like this also from Itadori. I like that also from Itadori, making sure that he gets the heals that are randomly scattered throughout the build. And we'll have to find out who wins that one later, because we're back on board. Kazuix.
Ooh, got the auto lock on
and
backpack.
What's the vibes?
I love it. You know, it does a little bit of damage too, especially if you're kind of getting confronted. It takes a little bit to lock on, but still, if you're able to put out some damage, especially not having that overshield that would tank the initial damage, it's going to do a lot more work than you realize. And I'm loving that we're seeing all the different items that have been added in the game. At least we've seen backpacks,
yeah,
we've seen the backpack, we've seen the Captain America shield, and with that Captain America shield, you get a full body shield. It helps a lot if you're trying to get
Eden somehow gets through the build, but now takes a shot from way down the way.
Itadori got it!
Okay.
Oh my god!
That's good, because he worked for it.
He did. I would have been so sad. All that work, all that time for what? And they were able to say for an elimination and work their way up the leaderboard.
Yeah, I thought Itadori was going to snooze on that kill. Never an elimination, never a worry for Itadori. Levi Bear, who's done amazing week after week, now is set with different matchups. Here comes some Bill blow it down. If you build it, we will blow it up.
And then Kedu, the one with the mythic sovereign shot.
Oh, you see how he precisely got that wall, and if he would have got one more shot in, he would have been good. But he's gonna box up. So important, has to heal as well.
Itadori just been the target, been the absolute menace, really contesting a lot of great players and causing them to go through their loot and go through their shields non-stop. Itadori absolutely being the menace that they've built themselves up to be. Kedu right now trying to get down, trying to build.
Oh my god, you see how crazy it looks when the full build is the metal, you know what I mean?
Like, it's crazy. How fast they're able to click around and get through and build themselves some doorways to maneuver themselves throughout these situations. And then also having the splash on them, giving themselves some more movement, it just allows for that speed to be even more than you realize. But Levi Bear also with a fantastic loadout on them right now. Got the new Hog, got that Sovereign Shotgun, and they're trying to do work as Mr. Margiela gonna be here trying to contest another competitor.
Yeah, Zafu, top of the leaderboard in the arena. I would say obviously because of placings, but also because of how many tournaments he's pulled up to. Have to give a big shout out to him for just being #1 on the board, and Kiru gets one of those ESL Ford accounts up out of there.
And now we're going back to Levi Bear, going to be trying to take down some builds, but they're going to opt to just reposition themselves, not take this fight, seeing them build up a little bit fast, not knowing who that competitor is. They're going to be able to just go away. And like you said, you know, you see someone start building something kind of crazy,
Right.
You're like, all right, I want to kind of live a little bit
You
longer.
see half the Taj Mahal? Maybe I'll walk over here,
You know what? You win this battle before it even starts.
Yeah.
But right now, Baka grabbing another elimination. Oh, first elimination. I said they were running away from every single fight, knowing the man. So Baka going to be able to grab an elimination and put themselves on the board. Victor here with Gwenpool skin, with Gwenpool Uzis, absolutely matching every single color in their kit. But right now, trying to maneuver, trying to analyze.
You know, Spider-Man and Gwenpool are both noted as people in the credits for the Deadpool movie.
Really?
Yeah, they're in the credits.
Really?
I don't know
didn't
if
even know that.
I don't know if I saw them, but
I did not see them at all.
it's
So
possible
that's
that they were
funny.
one of the Deadpools during the Deadpool.
Oh, possibly. That would be kind of silly. That would be kind of crazy, actually.
Yeah, imagine having like A-list actors in, just sitting there.
That's what people do sometimes. I mean, like a lot of, especially when the Star Wars movies are coming out.
Oh,
there's
yeah.
A-list actors who were just playing stormtroopers. They're like, I'll do it, man. You don't even gotta pay me. But Itadori is currently getting paid in bullets. Gonna get kind of trimmed up a little bit. Oh,
This
we're
is
going
that-
back to back. The Sovereign pistol.
Yeah, this
putting
is that,
out the damage.
This is that pistol that I was dealing with. I got like a 62 kill streak when I was killing bots earlier.
You know what? If you're surviving 62 bots, you're basically on round 62.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Itadori though, still trying to just put out some damage, trying to wait for their time to shine, and this may be it. They're dropping down, seeing the competitor jump up on top of the build. High ground situation going on.
Oh my god, what an edit. Does not have the wall, does not have the roof, does
Itadori,
not have
though.
a way out.
You know what? Itadori's just been getting trimmed up little bit by little bit. That's been the story for their fights, where they're kind of just getting side shot, side swiped, and losing a little bit of health, a little bit of shields here and there. And that's what's causing them to lose these build battle fights, but they're not backing down just yet, as we got the Big Dean versus Itadori right now.
Yeah, I think Big Dean's got this, but Itadori hard to pass, already has an elimination, has already been in about 3 build battles, and you can see how good Itadori is at, even if you're building, he's getting on top of your build. So I do like that, because yes, this isn't his roof, but he can make it his, and he can kind of slowly find himself down. But that was so big. I mean, big is in the name of Big Dean's. All that roofing was his, so he edits a hole in the roof, and the food comes to him straight through the chimney.
Just dropped right down, right in front of him, and he's able to reap the rewards.
Big brain, but now is in the storm, so.
They got to work their way out of that. Blizzard, once again, on the screen, going to be able to have that jetpack. And look at the movement, man. It's going to be kind of ridiculous to see in that, especially late game. It's going to be interesting if they're going to rely on that, or if they're going to get lasered out of the sky like we talked about in the pre-game.
I think it's going to be a lot of lasering out of the sky just because of the speed of it, but because I think these players are just used to having the fist where it's like you're unable to hit that shot, right? Like it's almost impossible to hit that shot, but
now you're kind of floating more rather than having like an actual dash up into the sky. So it's going to be a little bit easier dealing with these jetpacks, but like you're seeing, that's allowing them to just make a lot of distance and close the distance between themselves and other competitors.
And that's 3 builds that he wouldn't have been able to get through, but he can easily scoot through it, hit those shots.
The laser, the combat assault rifle doing the work that it's meant to do.
I love talking to Blizzard last time we did an event here. He's down though. Not gonna be able to talk to him this time because 50 cal Blizzy
is able to take down Blizzard.
And shout out to 50 cal for showing up with so many members, man. We did like 1 duo tournament. 50 cal is always out here.
Man, what an absolute turnaround where you had Blizzard being so confident, chasing them down, was able to get into the build, and guess what? When they went into the build, they're leaving the round.
He was literally listening to the comms like, yeah, that's right, I won last week.
Not this week.
Not this week, but yeah, I won last week.
Brutal start for Blizzard there, but Jaden now trying to build up some walls. We saw Jaden last week as well. A couple weeks ago, Victor now trying to take out.
Look at the shredding.
you know what? I was talking about it. The dual Uzi is just so absolutely strong, and the rate of fire on it, I bet will absolutely destroy these builds.
I believe he edits the roof. Yeah, he does have the roof here. Baka, insights. But yeah, I think these are, I mean, maybe it's just the Twinpool skin or what, but it looks so good with the dual Uzis.
It really does. I mean, especially like the Reaper animation where you just toss them away and then you just grab some more.
There's no other way to reload Uzis. Everybody knows that.
No other way indeed. I just love it. I mean, I especially love the attention to detail for all
The auto-locking, you don't have to press a button.
Yeah, it's just auto. Yeah, and those missiles will.
That might come into like not handy later when you kind of want to be sneaky and you just have rocket missiles shooting at them.
Oh, but will it be enough? The War Machine Mythic is going to cause Tanner to go down.
He's got to get one of these Peacekeeper goes, and he does.
Oh.
It's half health. They both have to reposition. Kiru has a better launch.
But they're going to try and opt to run away. Doesn't want to fight the storm. Doesn't want to cause the round to be ended here. Then now repositioning themselves, trying to stay safe, trying to give themselves the distance they need.
Kiro, keep an eye on him.
Gets absolutely third party by the Big Dean Sama.
And does Big Dean have his eye on the other prize as well? I think he might have been able to see him, but he is also in the storm. Time ticking, but it's not hurting too bad right now. 15. I'm liking Kiru's chances of getting away here.
Yeah, Kiru being able to just narrowly just... Okay, all right. I thought I was going to say narrowly escaped death there, but was going to run right into one. But Kiru doing a great job trying to get themselves up to full speed. But guess what? Look at their loot.
Yeah, look at their loot, man.
Done. But, okay, we're going to get to see a little bit of the mysterio-ness of that medallion. Big Dean Sama going to be able to pop those cactuses. Glad they're still in the game, too. They're such a good... like
I didn't like when they were mushrooms, but I like them when they're cactuses.
So, and they heal so much, and they're just instant, and it's so nice to have in the game and get yourself up to full health. But Dean Sama gonna see themselves go lower on their full health, but able to pop the big shield.
That wasn't even the player that's like aggressing on him either. So a third party, to say the least. Ryder taking some shots at Frosty outside of the stream, and then Big Dean Sama handles Lucky Bear, just brings him into the box and takes all his loot.
Gotta be able to grab that Peacekeeper shotgun. We talked about it. Oh, Dean Sama taking some full damage there.
It's gonna be a rocky road up the mountain as well, and the time is ticking, so.
Got no mythics to help them with their maneuverability and get themselves up that side of the mountain either. That's gonna be a brutal battle. That's gonna be the climb. Where's the Miley Cyrus FORTNITE collab
Every
coming out?
road I'm taking, every move I'm making.
Sing it, Nick! I love it, I love it. Kedu, though, still looking rough, but guess what? Falls on top of the loot of the century.
I mean,
it is given to him. He was in the middle of the desert, and guess what? This was his only mountain. Oh my God.
What an oasis to find yourself onto. But opposite of an oasis is Hunt Dog hunting his dogs.
And you know what? This is just two Las Vegas apartments right next to Hunt Dog trying to build themselves up some real estate. But guess what? They're going to have to battle against all of these other competitors who have already claimed this land. Let's see if they're going to be staying safe so far.
Yeah, this one is 7 storms in. There is 14 people left, and they are all maneuvering way past the midpoint. I mean, if you could see the storm as well on that mini-map, it is stretching.
It is. And honestly, on this next storm is where we're going to be seeing a lot more eliminations. We're at 14 right now. Once that storm starts moving, all of these competitors who are just waiting in their builds are going to have to move, and they're going to take damage like you just saw there. As now we have Kedu, who is currently trying to heal themselves up, but we have another build battle serving it up Gary's way. Let's see who's going to be able to get their way and grab another elimination, as this build battle currently probably will come to an end very soon.
Yeah, you would think Victor was the one you'd be looking for here, but Keru has names under his belt, so we'll see how this one shakes out. They're just trying to get in the storm right now, and Victor's taking shots from all directions. You can see him switching into the more dense of the building, going straight into his metal patch. And now here comes the storm. I mean, this thing is just
Oh, it's chugging
blazing
away.
through.
5
Chunk,
ticks.
chunk, chunk, chunk.
And that's going to have to cause Victor to get rid of one of their med packs. And guess what? They got 2 of them. And guess what? They got another competitor right beside them. Going to be able to build up some walls and get themselves into a safe spot. Looking like they're going to
Safu's in a mega build right now, but it is all based off of like 2 or 3 sticks in the ground. So.
Not stable foundation.
Oh
there.
my gosh, look at just the ability to find loot like it's nothing. Eyes on the prize for Victor.
Honestly, but guess what? The storm's coming in, and they're going to have to drop some of that loot. Not going to be able to reach the victory there. And now going to be able to build up some walls, get themselves up some space.
Oh, that scared me. That scared
down
me.
to Kozowicz.
Kozowicz take a huge shot with what I believe is that AUG. Getting people eliminated quick. And ESLA Fort almost in the top 10. This might be a record.
Wow, they are going
Has an ESLA Fort ever won?
Let's see what Blizzy's going to be able to do here. We saw him take out Blizzard earlier in this match. Going to get lit up just a tiny bit. Not too much damage getting taken there. Going to keep their head out, trying to play it safe. But, Victor taking out the big Dean Sama.
Not the little big Dean Sama.
Not the little one, the big Dean Sama, who has caused big chaos on this match so far. Really taking out some top-tier competitors, but Baka currently got their eyes set onto a couple different competitors. You can see them.
This is just rude.
Just building right underneath their residency.
Yeah, I mean, it's very important because all of this building, I'm going to say it now, all of this building he's doing now and all these other competitors is going to last for the remainder of the match. You can see him taking shots at it. Take a little overhead hook. ESLA 456. That's my boy.
And there you go. We always root for the arena counts.
Always.
Here. The underdogs can do it. They can take it, and we've seen it time and time again where these arena counts have brought it, and they have gotten so close to victory. But right now, we've got a 3-person build battle.
Look at that, the storm moving, and Kozowicz and Baka just going shot for shot over there in the top. It is a war zone in my head.
It really is. As we got Daddy versus Baka versus Kozowicz, Frosty versus Margilla, and the arena account and Blizzy just chilling right next to each other, saying, you know what, you don't fight me, I don't fight you.
Let's go, 56!
Let's see if 56 will take it all
Victor
home.
heard me, he's on him.
Oh
my God.
We just ran over him.
Okay.
Arena account 56.
This is such a crazy way to watch it, man.
It really is. I love it. You're just seeing all of these competitors literally footsteps away from each other.
Yeah,
but the scale of these builds are what we're not realizing.
Yeah. The topographical map of it all, right?
Whoa! Margilla gets 2 eliminations out of Frosty and themselves. They eliminated themselves in the storm. They weren't able to get out in time. So Margilla got 1 elimination out of that battle. Blizzy now building up themselves.
Top 10 goes to top 7 real quick, and now Blizzy the person with the, this is gonna sound so stupid, but the person with the most health is gonna be able to win this. Obviously, you see Victor getting kill after kill, but he always seems to kind of struggle in this top 5.
Yeah, and now getting contested. They were able to grab that within John Kozowicz, but will get eliminated! That's going to be, guess what, Daddy P, Victor, and Blizzy all grabbing eliminations, bringing us to his top 3 situation.
This is
There's
what I was
only
talking
one
about.
Victor.
This is what I was talking about with the auto gun on the back of your jetpack being kind of a problem. Baka takes out the best competitor in the game, and now we just have 1v1 50 cal versus Fear Baka.
50 cal had to stop their big shield early, which might be the demise of themselves.
He's got the eye on the prize though, and the health is looking low for Blizzy.
Let's see if they're going to be able to have some time to heal themselves up. They did have time, but they don't have the build.
I like that.
They don't have the mats. So Blizzy now battling against the storm and Baka. And Baka will be able to grab the first victory royale of the night.
Baka does such a good job of trying to weather the storm there, but it doesn't matter. We just have the high ground, Anakin. Easy clap.
Easy clap indeed. And it's really unfortunate to see, right? They had the shields, they had the health packs, but it looked like they just didn't have any mats left by the end of that game. So when it came down to it, Baka was able to just keep on building, doing some SpongeBob animations, slamming in the builds onto the sky, and able to grab that first victory royale. And it was a battle, and I talked about it last week, how good Baka was, as we have highlights from that first round.
Bob the Builder, can he fix it? No, we can't.
Nah. There's no fixing these builds once they go down. Not even Bob
This
the
was
Builder.
awesome. Just takes the edit from the top. It was a roof. Now it's a floor. You're on my floor, and I just handle business with that shotgun.
There we go. And then Blizzy, who was playing so extremely well in this one. And we're seeing a lot of reliance onto that auto lock-on backpack. As there was the elimination on a Blizzard, which was just so fast.
I mean, that's how you have to be if you're going to take down someone like Blizzard.
Absolutely. Open up a window and take the elimination. That's what you got to do. And then Kedu try to battle it out with Coswix. Didn't realize how low their health bar was and how low their mats were. As Blizzy now on the screen one more time, trying to see that 1v1 happening, and then realizes there was someone else next to him trying to battle it out. Builds up some walls and able to grab that elimination, and then 1v1 versus Blizzy and Baka. But guess what? It just was not enough for Blizzy and didn't have enough mats, as Baka able to just drop down, collapse them in, build them in, and off the side, boom, victory royale.
I mean, we've seen amazing things from Baka in the past. Hopefully can continue it through the next 4 games, has 5 games to work with. Blizzard as well, just winning last week, and then I wouldn't say he didn't show up, but in that particular situation, he just gets, I mean, edited to shotgun within seconds. So
it is ridiculous.
Look for Blizzard to come back with some fury.
Oh, absolutely. We will not be seeing Victor or Blizzard or anyone else going down without a fight, but we also have new names like Blizzy, who was able to do so much work in this arena. Big Dean Sama, who was able to also make their name known and really take on a lot of fights that we normally see people running away from, but they're saying, hey, I want to get some money, I want to get up the leaderboard, and I'm going to try my best to grab these eliminations.
Yeah, well, I want to grab some money, and I want to grab some spots on the leaderboard, so we're going to be right back. Next map comes up next. Don't miss it. We'll be right back.
Username taken, here to let you know that we are doing a special giveaway. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, we're giving away an incredible HyperX package. I'm talking about a HyperX hat and shirt. You're gonna walk away with some beautiful headphones, a mouse mat, keyboard, and mouse. This is like around $300 worth of value, and we're giving it away to you. Here's how you can enter. To join, you must first be subscribed to the Username Taken channel. For an additional entry, each video that you comment on and like gives you a new chance to win. When we reach 1,000 subscribers, we will randomly pick a winner from the comments. The winner gets a HyperX package. The winner will be told in a YouTube comment and must reply within 48 hours. For more details, visit YouTube's contest policies.
Growing up, I always wanted to do so many things.
I wanted to be a vet.
I wanted to be an actor.
When I was really little, I don't know why, but I wanted to be a pastor. When I was like a small child.
I wanted to be a celebrity by any means necessary.
This is Spike Drop Vegas Heist.
These players are playing for a lot of money today.
I'm only here for 2 feet. I don't really care about any other place.
Can't even comprehend what is going on, but I like it.
what's going on, everybody? It's your man, Oski Chip, and I'm here at the HyperX Arena, so excited to introduce you to our brand new chair partner, Eureka Ergonomic. Right here, you can see the Python 2, more traditional gaming chair. The thing that stands out to me, of course, is this beautiful material that they created with, super easy to clean. And then on top of that, this movable platform that gives you your lower lumbar support is so adjustable, it moves, meets you exactly where you're at for all those clutch moments. We also have the Typhoon Hybrid model, which is amazing. It is so adjustable, everything from the head to the lower lumbar supports, just a way that you're able to even move the seating area forward and backward for people that want to put their legs out further in front of them. Truly an amazing piece of smart furniture with an ergonomic S-curve that is unparalleled in the industry. Now, I could talk about these chairs all day, but what you can do is go to our landing page on eurekaergonomic.com to get your hands on these chairs yourself. That's all from me. Peace.
Welcome back, gamers. What was Osti's talking about? It does have lumbar support. Duh.
It does. They are extremely comfortable. I mean, if you're not able to check them out here at the arena,
that's all I gotta do is show up.
Honestly, you're able to like try them out before you want to buy them, and that's what you got to do. And they are actually extremely comfortable.
I mean, they're great for racing, right? You know.
There you go. I mean, I have not like to be honest. You know, with previous chairs, I actually have heard player feedback on how it may get uncomfortable after a while.
Yeah.
But at least with the ergonomic chairs, they are absolutely amazing. I've only heard good things and comfortability from all of my competitors, or all of the competitors that come here and use them. They love them. And I've heard a lot of complaints whenever, you know, when I was competing as well, being like, these chairs are just not it. But with the new ones, they are it.
I'm gonna have to agree. Also, make sure you guys check out username taken.
Do it.
Obviously, if you love those commercials and you want more Osti Champ, that is the place to find more Osti Champ.
And a place to get into a free giveaway for a free keyboard.
Don't you guys like stuff, dude?
Don't you want free stuff? I mean, anytime there's something free, I'm like, all you got to do is press subscribe to username taken. Why not?
Personally, I'm already subscribed and hoping to win that, but you too can win yourself some nice HyperX swag.
Yeah, it's really worth it, and they're great podcasts if you're trying to listen to it while you're driving or anything else. Or if you're not able to drive, you're able to listen to it while you're doing homework or something else. You know what? Just having something in the background. And
also,
it's beautiful, amazing,
I was talking
really
a lot
well
about
done.
their new episode. Their new episode is actually great, man. And Osti goes and tries to get himself a dub in FORTNITE, and just seeing how that is still such a hard thing for people to do. You know?
He said, just to see how bad Osti is, and what an amateur. What is he doing?
They could have had me on there, and I could have helped or something.
You know what? Do with those trios builds. You know what? Got to get the trios going. Which is, honestly, I think trios probably. Duos and trios are up there on some of the most difficult.
Wasn't Apex only trios for a long time?
Yeah, it was. It was for a very long time. And honestly,
it's hard when you have such an amazing game, no matter what it is, but it is Battle Royale, to kind of change. Oh, we got 1v1s and they're popping off, but our 2v2s
especially
are
Apex was
good.
so interesting that they never changed it for more than 60 people, which I always thought it should be more, especially with how big Apex maps are. I mean, I
could play an entire Apex game and not see anybody.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's kind of crazy, especially like I talk about, like even with FORTNITE with 100 players, they're talking about going up to 150 once Unreal Engine 6 comes out. They're saying that's
we're gonna have to bring the private rooms in.
Honestly, 150 full lobbies here.
Crazy.
Yeah, they were talking about I mean, just because like even in FORTNITE, that's 100 competitors. I can go the entire game and not find one competitor. Is crazy. Apex maps so much bigger than that.
You obviously, and you know they're gonna overcompensate, right? They're gonna add 50 players, but they're gonna add 50 places to go as well, and
that's true.
That's gonna take a while to kind of accumulate it back to where it feels right.
Make the circles go faster. That's what I've always said from the end of time. Loot up and fight. That's the Battle Royale method. But that's what we saw last round at least.
I mean, last round went kind of crazy. I did not want Blizzard to go down as early as he did.
Brutal.
And I think last week we had, except for Blizzard, who won 2, right?
Yeah.
We had a different winner for every single round. So it's a possibility we see that here again today. Our first winner, Baka, right? So
Baka being able to bring it one more time. I mean, last week, Baka was just locked in. I mean, we saw that player cam, and I always like to bring that up because you just saw how fast he was moving, how fast he was manipulating the builds, how he was able to use the mechanics in the game and use them in such a great way, where we saw Baka literally every single person he saw, he was going after, he was fighting, he was engaging with them. Even if he wasn't winning those fights, he would go away, and that would cause them to, guess what, lose those shields and heals that they looted and have to go back and do that. And Baka's just such an aggressive player, and that's what I love to see. I love to see that aggression. I love to see those players not be scared to take these fights and really push people to be on the defensive.
Yeah, I mean, my meta moment of the whole match was definitely the fact that Baka was able to edit so quickly in those last minutes. We saw on the other hand, we have Blitzy, right, who has the jetpack, who has the little extendo on it, right? But all that really does is kind of make it easier for you to see that coming. So you have these things shooting out of your jetpack, and it just kind of says, hey, I'm over here. So.
That is true. You know what? Being just the auto lock, I mean, you can turn off the auto lock and use it yourself, but at the same time, every single competitor here just trying to be able to use it to get out damage and trim down their shields before they even start fighting. It is one of those things where, like hiring a bot that's going to automatically reveal your position, but it's still so useful to have another gun being shot for you while you're trying to win these battles. And it's a little bit less ideal, especially in builds.
I was gonna say, just because you're in the build and it's just kind of shooting your own stuff.
It is.
So I don't know how meta that could be in this matchup, because a lot of these players are so good when it comes down to just building their own forts and not letting anybody in, taking a look at the HyperX Arena Lounge. It's kind of chilling over there. I feel like we got we got a whole team right there of Fortniters.
There we go.
Just not sitting down right now.
There we go. They're too hyped. They're too excited. They're getting amped up. See them looking amazing, looking wonderful back there.
Give them about 5 years. We got a full team right there.
There we go. Full. When we bring in trios to this right now, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
A look at Victor and Sully, our TOs, also Riley, just making sure nobody has their hand up. Everybody is accounted for.
Getting them into the lobby, into the battle bus, and trying to get them into the next match as these competitors trying.
How do you feel about the stage, man? Because I know we put some goats on the stage. I feel like Zafu's up there. We just got competitors that have
to rotate it a lot too, so you have a chance. But guess what? You have a chance to play on stage again if you want to, and you will always be playing on stage if you go to Saturday Night Speedway tomorrow, Mario Kart Tournament. You'll be able to play on that stage if you didn't have a chance this week or today. Come tomorrow and be able to play on that stage where so many big names have been there before, and it works. I mean, we just had the gaming league here, which was absolutely amazing. The setup for that was phenomenal. It just, oh my God. I mean, you saw the pictures. If you're not following Allied Esports on Twitter, HyperX Arena on Twitter, and Instagram, all of those pictures, full house, packed up. We had Soulja Boy here on the stage performing.
Don't forget Nick Cannon.
And yeah, it's crazy how many, how amazing the stage is and what it brings.
It's also wild that it doesn't matter who we invite to the HyperX Arena, they're always like, oh my God, this is the most games I've ever seen in one place.
It's literally, it's
doesn't matter if it's Soulja Boy who has a full 17 computers in his house. Literally, he's just like, oh my God, look at all the games.
$5,000 computer back at home, but it don't matter. It do not compete with the HyperX Arena. That's all I'm saying. But we're currently seeing Overkill being able to grab a few ideal weapons there, landing kind of far off, so we're not going to be seeing them grabbing a lot of eliminations early, trying to go for that long game. And then, guess what? We got Dig Bro gonna be able to... Hey, there we go. Gonna be able to find one of those big cases, which we didn't get to talk about before, but those are basically like those premium chests.
Oh, quick one. Here, Cora
is going down to Baka. First elimination of the day, serving up Gary's way. Jaden, it's gonna take out Levi Bear early.
So early for Levi Bear.
Levi Bear is going
That must
down.
have just been a situation where Levi Bear did not have the amount of things you need early, as we see someone like Baka, who is so kitted, so fast.
Oh, here we go. Boom, pumps them once. Will they be able?
Stole the wall!
Oh my God, yes sir. That's gonna be Baka, and then Zafu gonna take out Very Plump from fall damage.
I mean, you could just see Zafu. I mean, you could just see how fast these players are able to get into their comfort zone when it comes to the materials and the ability to get into the builds. I mean, we're seeing insane stuff today.
I love that back bling. Anytime, the big eyes, it's so cute. I got to pick up the Grogu backpack too. I spent more money on Fortnite, you can imagine. But we got Daddy P here.
Good shot, one shot away from death. What is he gonna do? Riley's doesn't have the wall. Replaces the wall out of mats, out of the game.
And now Victor going to be able to take down Bray there. Going to be able to grab some more loot from that battle. Not really taking any damage from that one. Going to be able to outbuild them and get themselves into a better spot.
Where is Victor landing is literally in the oasis, man.
Really, actually, an actual oasis.
Salt Lake City.
Blizzy, though, going to be able to find their own Avengers package, which is going to give them, doesn't opt to grab the turret and rocket launchers, not Rhodey's War Machine package, but going to opt to go away from that, even though their loadout's not looking that ideal.
It's looking kind of green, gray, and blue on that side, but...
And now Sal takes down Lukey Bear early, 34 players left down.
That's a little brother of Levi Bear, who is also taken out pretty early here.
Man, Levi Bear going out earlier, you know the little brother is going to be flexed on him on this round.
You want to at least do a little bit of damage for the team, for the home team.
Sal going to be able to grab some more mats. Everyone's kind of looking low on mats already, but guess what? Now going into this mid game, it's going to be mats and eliminations as we see Victor grabbing one more, taking out Riley Man there. Blizzard going to be able to take down, grab some more mats, I do believe.
I mean, the whole infinitely, all of these games should start this way, ideally.
Yeah, just dropping and getting into the action in the mid-game, being able to reorientate yourself, get yourself some more loot, try to upgrade your weapons, and then going into the late game, trying to do more. Riley's dead, though. Going to take a little bit of damage. Got the burst, though, to be able to get away.
I mean, the beginning of the game is just going to look like Minecraft for a lot of this, I have to imagine, because we are going to be digging into the ground. We're going to be breaking walls, because we just saw how important it was to have all your mats towards the end of the circle. So, I mean, obviously you can get those from people when you kill them, but still, man.
Jaden with the jetpack, our one and only one of my favorite items in this new season. Going to try and get some damage out. Currently got the high ground and going to be playing it kind of safe. Honestly, at that situation, especially you got the Peacekeeper shotgun, a golden SMG. You gotta be able to know, hey, you broke their shield, go in and do what you need to.
Yeah, he's at kind of a crazy angle. You can't really see JG from this area, so
it is tough, but like, you know, when you break someone's shield, right, you should take that advantage, rush them, and you're going to win. I'm telling you, 95% of the time you will win that battle and get yourself an extra elimination. Even one elimination will bring you up the leaderboard that much farther.
Yeah, you let them sit, you let them cook. They have the ability to not only build but heal themselves, and that's just going to be an elimination off the board for you. 50 cal Blizzy in the building still. Itadori got one of the cutest skins. I don't know who this is.
That's a new singer skin. I forgot their name, actually. I've never heard of them in my life. They're the next Fortnite collaboration.
Oh, okay.
Skin. I didn't even know who they were, but you know what?
So she could pull up to the HyperX arena. She could do a username taken with Asti, right?
There we go. There we go. Blizzard, though, going to be trying to just position themselves in a good spot. Knows there's one other person with them in this house, trying to play it safe, going level by level, going up the stairs. Gamer Kid.
What a name.
I love it. Going to be able to build themselves around, but I don't love to see their health bar going down. Gonna build up a window.
Oh, wait, he's getting shots taken out.
No! Gamer Kid's getting eliminated there, and that's gonna be Ducky Monster 7. You had Gamer Kid 17 and then Ducky Monster 7. Frosty, though, trying to keep themselves safe, Frosty.
Frosty versus Blizzard.
Oh, let's see.
Hard matchup here. Blizzard is going to get a heal off.
Going to be able to work their way up the staircase, trying to just put out a little bit of damage. Blizzard has a little bit of time to get themselves back their shield. But will Frosty allow them to? They're going to be able to work their way around, grab that high ground, and just waiting for them to shield up.
Yeah, I like this kind of.
Run away again after having the advantage. Full shields to no shield. They're going to run away from that one, but now we got Kadu with this build back.
Look how good he is at getting the high ground and getting through the builds like it's nothing. Karu, doesn't matter that there's bots taking shots at him. He's staying calm, cool, and collected.
Riley's dad going down to Blizzy, and now Ducky Monster gonna grab another one as well.
Blizzard somehow gets out of there, gets to help, and now has to reconvene with some more loot. Honestly, has to look around for it. This is a build that he prior was in. He's like, man, I left my shoe. Where did I put my health? Where did I put my health pack? Oh, there it is.
Honestly, that was exactly what was going through their mind. Where are these additional shields? What's going on here? But Victor grabbing another elimination, really taking it all out on the round number
This is just a different Blizzard. I mean,
it
might even be his little brother.
It could be. I mean, a couple weeks ago, we saw him with 11 eliminations, and now Blizzard really losing most of these gunfights, losing a lot of these battles, and now they're opting to just play the long game so far, waiting for that 25 players to go. And currently now on to one of the arena accounts.
I need 65. I need 65 to pop off and get top 10.
You mean 56?
Yes.
They're your selection, man.
They're my guy.
They're your guy. They're your guy. You got to remember, 56.
Well, 65 is the channel that I watch, Cartoon Network.
There you go.
So.
It used to be. Rest in peace, CartoonNetwork.com.
Oh, make me cry.
My heart is
all we
over.
have is video games. No more cartoons.
No more cartoons. No more Flash mini games. Oh God! You know what? You're talking about Marshall. Now we're talking about Cartoon Network. Yeah. My heart cannot take all this nostalgia.
Nostalgia day.
Oh, Mr. Margilla though, gonna be able to float their way down. I love that glider though. With a snowman glider, that was absolutely adorable. But,
also a nostalgic throwback, to be honest.
Frosty the Snowman. We're gonna be seeing him soon. Jaden gonna be able to grab some more metal mats. They're looking a little bit maxed out right now. Mats out right now. But
needs metal though, so that's why you see him kind of going towards it here. Big shout out to Jaden on our replay as well.
Yeah, only get 2 per mat. So it's gonna take you a little bit longer to grab these 2, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, it takes a little bit longer to grab those metal mats, and they're gonna help you out a lot.
Oh,
but it's not gonna help him out enough. And Jaden's shield goes bye-bye.
It would have been so much funnier if he just loaded up with metal right there. Got rid of everything.
No. All the work that he just put into, God.
Oh, that would have been worth.
Now we got JG, Jaden, also a standoff.
I don't think they see each other. Oh, he might take some shots there.
Playing too much Red Dead Redemption right now, but Mr. Margilla going to be maneuvering themselves. Got that AUG, which is, it really is very accurate, very good gun. And being able to switch between the scope and no scope, very, very,
there was a random, like, not trivia, but like, it was just asking questions after we finished the game earlier, and it was like, how do you feel about the biodome? Like, do you like the biodome in the middle? Like, it was just asking so many questions about the game. I think they're getting rid of some of the stuff, is what it seems like.
It's one of those things where, yeah, and I do like that they're actively always trying to see what players like, what they didn't like. I know we won't be seeing those cars for quite some time again. I do appreciate that they really do get player feedback, being like, all right.
They fault things pretty quickly also.
They do. They nerf things fast, and they make things better quite fast as well. They've been getting a lot better about that.
Epic Games.
Kadu, though, going to get better at climbing up to the top and bringing Big Dean down to the bottom. Out they go into the gritty. Kadu grabs the second elimination of this round.
What a creep. Just absolutely builds right into his build like it's nothing. I mean, that's what you want to see if you're Kiru, right? If you're a Kiru fan. The ability to get through just their own builds, but also the opponent is something that you have to have in this next level of Fortnite.
It is. I mean, like I said before, it's not. Oh! Goes through their own build as well.
I see you, Chris.
Going to be able to hold on to that Captain America shit. But look at that, it's doing damage to their own build. That's crazy. Why did they do that?
Not quite the angle there, but Kero at least makes his name known for himself. He says, I'm Captain America.
I don't know why Epic allows it to do damage to your own build. That's kind of silly.
Well,
but you know what? It is a shield. It's going through it. You know what? Gotta do what you gotta do right now, but we got the big Eden on the screen.
It's just always so crazy because, like, what do you argue? If we're arguing for, you know, relatability to the real world, it's like, okay, that's an Avengers, that thing goes through space and time. So.
That is true. You know what? It's made out of vibranium. It's going to go through some blocks in Fortnite. It's just,
you know?
It's how it works. It's how it be. All right.
Are we going based on lore or are we going based on real life?
That is true.
Both are up in the air.
But right now, what is not up in the air is Jaden's ability to try and land some shots.
Whack.
Whack, 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 whack.
I like that. That is helpful.
He's trying to find the lemonade stand. That duck is not going to go down without a fight, trying to find some grapes, but the grapes are not going to be here with Jaden. You're going to be able to build up, grab some more mats off the wall, and Ducky Monster.
Great loadout.
Going to be able to chill here. Yeah, honestly, I love the Sovereign Pistol there in the first slot as well, because it does like 50 damage per shot.
I was 70. I was getting 70 from miles away earlier.
It's crazy work as Kedu able to take down one of the arena down there. We are doing the
Macarena. Hey, Macarena.
Oh, hot dog.
Hey, everybody now.
You got to keep it going. You can't just stop. Oh, man. Overkill is
Overkill's like, make it stop, make it stop.
Oh, no. That's just the looming sound. You know how you got the shark attack? It's the Macarena.
That is a nightmare.
That is.
I'm not willing to die.
That's not what you want to do. That's not what you want to hear before the end of your round is the Macarena.
Watch, there's going to be like a movie that comes out that just has it in slow motion.
A horror movie.
Yeah.
With the lore is the Macarena.
Hey,
Macarena. That's what you hear before you actually get eliminated. But Overkill trying to just bide their time, get to that 25 player mark, grabbing those 3 points.
Not looking good in loot, but has plenty of steel to box themselves up. Blizzard takes out my goat, and I'm upset about it.
25 players left. That means all of these competitors grab 3 extra points.
So what do you get, top 10 and 25? Yeah, he's out. Unfortunate.
Yeah. It's brutal, especially if you get eliminated without getting any points. Granted, like we talk about week after week, with the leaderboard, with the points, you shouldn't count yourself out after 2 rounds, especially if you didn't do well in 2 rounds. You still have so much time left. So like, you got 3 rounds after this to get yourself some points and get yourself up that leaderboard to get top 15. So don't get discouraged that you got eliminated early. There's still 3 more rounds to go for you to get yourself on that leaderboard and work your way up that leaderboard.
Yeah, like I always say, always never give up.
Never give up.
Always.
Never give up. Never back down. Never what?
Never what?
Hey, dead memes. Jungle currently hiding in the jungle.
It is kind of crazy how no one rocks that skin except for him.
Honestly, it is.
No one's rocking a Nick A30 skin except for Nick A30.
Actually, you're not even wrong. I've maybe seen 2 or 3 in the end. I've seen more Gwenpool skins than Nick A30 skins, which is very sad in my opinion.
He's rocking it.
He's rocking it. You know what? I just wish he actually just didn't make it into a song. I gotta say, not a fan. Not a fan, but you know what? He is going to be raking in the money for that one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he's making money regardless.
He does not care about our opinions. But right now we got Jungle on the screen, going to see if they're going to be able to break through these builds.
See how he
breaks
through and then makes it his own.
That's the way to do it.
That's the meta right now.
You're going to try, honestly, this helps you out a lot, but guess what? Jungle will not expect Jaden having 1 more boost. Going to be able to climb on top of the builds and build themselves up a little bit of an entranceway into a window.
Ooh, I like that pyramid. Are you kidding me?
Gonna get hit off the side. Jungle going down. Jaden still winning this exchange. Let's see if that's going to last. If we're gonna be seeing some shields getting popped in. And there goes Jungle to Jaden. Bursted right through the wall and gonna be able to grab their 2nd elimination of this round.
Yeah, I mean, Jaden does an amazing job of staying eye on the prize there, keeping his eye on that player, going through the build pretty seamlessly, to be honest.
Really
you can
clean.
You can see the counter ability, right? If they're trying to break in, they have to switch to pickaxe, or they have to switch to something that gets them through the build easily. If they shoot all their bullets, then they're not gonna have enough bullets to kill you, right? There's a lot of things just in building alone.
Oh! guess what we got
Come on,
here?
ride the train.
And then we also got that legendary Peacekeeper shotgun, which is going to do some damage down the line. Jaden is absolutely playing the lucky game there. Going to be able to grab it. Actually, one of the strongest weapons in the game.
Just randomly next to the train there.
Just randomly. You know what? That's the last thing that he probably expected out of that move. Not even gonna lie to you, is Hunt Dog now still trying to play it safe. Look at all these competitors in the same spot, just chilling and waiting. Gonna be waiting for that 7 to 8 circle for this competitor.
Wait, is he in the middle of the tracks? Oh, he's close. There is a couple competitors on the tracks.
Now we see Baka taking down Moon. Like I was saying before, it gave me a little PTSD from doing some Red Dead missions on the train tracks. And the train is back, which is cool. It wasn't here last season, but they brought it back. And I feel like it's cool. You know, I got that from Apex. We were just talking about it. You cannot tell me that was not a one-for-one idea.
Yeah, I was always on the Call of Duty train, literally, when I played Warzone. So.
Yeah, when I played Warzone, I would only do, what's the small one, Verdansk?
Yeah.
Yep, we're dropping Harbor. But right now we are dropping player count down to 21. Let's see if that's going to get absolutely obliterated once this storm starts moving. Once we get to that 7th or 8th circle, we're going to be seeing a lot more competitors go down. And honestly, comparatively to a couple weeks ago, this is a slower paced game.
Yeah.
No one's really going crazy. Even with all these mobility items, you're seeing it right now with the sky cam. Everyone's keeping their space, keeping their residency, and trying to get the most money possible for their property.
Shout out Monopoly.
And trying to see, hey, what can we do while we wait for this storm to move, because there's no reason for them to move until the storm comes to them.
I mean, when you're seeing players like Blizzard and people that have
Frosty just going off the zip line and not getting shot at, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, nobody even taking shots, but you're 100% right. It turns the game into Monopoly. I have to have enough stuff that if I find myself in a battle at the end, I've prepared for it. So you can't really.
That's gonna be crazy once this circle gets to the 7th to 8th circle.
Right here, 0 seconds. Where are we going? All the way west. We're going through the Nitro Dome.
The game knew. They saw 10 or 11 competitors on the same side. Ducky Monster takes out Zafu!
Zafu, #1 on the leaderboard, has been to the most tournaments. Is pretty much what that means. Also has great placings at all the tournaments, right?
So, brutal ending there.
Taking down Zafu early is a must-do.
Big Eden trying to make big plays, going over to the Nitro Dome. So is every other competitor.
The second you get seen moving, though, Karu takes out Cal, 702.
They're going to be able to give themselves up to 192. But right now, Blizzy, Itadori, Margilla, all trying to make their way towards that
This
circle.
looks like the suburb, right? Just like, hey, we're all just chilling on our own block.
It really is. It's looking like a Las Vegas desert suburb there. Margilla going to take a lot of damage trying to get their way through, as Itadori going to be seeing some shots, going to try and third-party the situation.
I love that edit with the dualies.
It's so nice. So good.
Oh my God, we're having fun here at the HyperX Arena.
I'm loving this new season. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
you know,
I mean,
it's just so.
Marvel can't miss, bro. It's
Marvel's
really hard for Marvel to miss.
You know, like they've had previous Marvel seasons, you know, and I'm like, all right, we'll see what happens. And what they've added and what they've done is really a lot of fun stuff. And we're gonna be seeing it utilized every single match, every single round. Not really able to see who has these medallions and who's utilizing them, but hopefully.
You're looking at a golden situation for a lot of these players, and this AUG is being a factor until you get to the steal, right? The second you get to shoot and steal, it looks a little less useful.
Yeah, it's shredding through the brick, but the steel is a lot bit stronger. And now you actually have what is new are the metal walls in this season. So guess what? There's going to be giving you a lot more shields, a lot more protection, a lot more bang for your buck. Granted, you don't have many of them like you're seeing in that quarter right there on Kazuix. They will help you out a lot, and you can see bullets are not going through those. And Blizzy taking out Mr. Margilla.
Yeah, 14 players remaining. And, you know, after the match-ins, all these players get up, they have a nice little walk around, they have a talk to, you know, their friends, and it really just proves to me that all of them are talking about how anyone can go down. You know what I mean?
Like at any time, really. And honestly, it's really cool too to realize that they nerfed the medallions a lot this season, right? Because the one medallion lets you go invisible while you're crouching, which is actually kind of useful. You're seeing a lot of these competitors trying to keep safe in their builds. But then the other medallion that you can get, it only allows you to see the players around you. It does a little scan, but that's not really useful.
Oh,
when you got these
Ifadori
guys.
gets shot out of the sky. We were talking about how that might be a factor. Someone hit him.
You know what? And like I was saying before,
Possibly Blizzard.
These medallions. Oh my God, Ryder, but Kedu grabbing an elimination. We're down to 11 competitors left. I told you, once this 8 storm hits, it's going to go down.
Yeah, Blizzy had a second place, wants to continue his streak. Kind of gets jumped on by a competitor, but still looking to build out. And that's a false alarm for me. He just got scared for no reason.
I got scared more than.
But all of this is happening in one apartment. Kiro gets taken down by a jetpack.
Ryder is going to be able to take down Kedu. Blizzard takes down
Victor's down.
Blizzard has the opportunity to take this one, but guess what? They are building up. They're grabbing the high ground. You can see these builds going so insanely fast. Ryder now also right beside the other two other competitors, Ducky Monster and Blizzard. There is 9 competitors left. The Big Eden trying to get into this battle.
And it just goes to show you how important it is to have steel on you. I've gotten to this point with plenty of steel. You can box yourself up, but you also have to move, Bidgie.
Yeah, you gotta move, especially with how little time you have.
Look at Ducky Monster and Blizzard moving simultaneously. Baka already built himself a 3-story house.
You'll love to see it. The Big Eden taking down Ryder on the way as this storm is moving, and it is moving. Eden taking a ton of damage, has to pop some small shield as Blizzy flying on top.
Oh my God, Blizzy, Tony Hawk Pro Skater Blizzy.
Trying to gain up those points, trying to get those 360 no-scope, but unfortunately going to miss a few shots there as they slide their way into their own build. We are getting down to it. 7 competitors left.
And there's been 7 competitors.
6.
About, okay, they're down and dirty, and another one.
Down. Baka takes down Eden.
If Baka gets another win here, it could be detrimental for the rest of the competitors. He's on high ground.
And look at their loadout. It's absolutely menacing. Being able to have that hog. Shotgun. A lot of damage out. And Blizzard grabs the elimination onto Ducky Monster. Baka going to the high ground situation on this build.
Blizzard has to heal though. Blizzard heals. Not all the way, but a little bit. Has to move into Baka. Healing, dealing damage, everything possible here from the top.
Blizzy currently now still taking damage.
But look at, he's got nothing left. It's as far as he can go with builds unless he kills somebody here.
Blizzy still trying to keep their low ground situation, puts up the metal walls, trying to get themselves some peace and quiet for the time.
This is going to be his last jump here. He's got nothing left. Can't stay on high ground much longer.
We're not going to be seeing a distance story there. They have to jump out, go on top of these builds. Baka taking so much damage, and there he goes.
That gets your revenge, Blizzy. Get your revenge.
Top 3 situation. 50 cal able to bring it all back home.
Get
Stuck between a rock and a hard place, or a wall and a hard place. Going to be taking a ton of damage off of that.
Oh my God, Blizzard's down.
Oh, Blizzy going to take a ton of damage. Oh! Blizzy goes down. Daddy P grabs a victory royale.
Daddy? Okay, Daddy P.
Wow.
SMT Daddy P, let me say it right. I mean, there is like no shot that he wins that, and he does, and then out of the sky. I mean, what a great second place for Blizzy. He's not going to be feeling good about 2 seconds in a row, but neither is Sonics, man. That's crazy.
Nick, what happened?
So basically, 3-person situation gets boiled down to a 2 after Blizzard gets absolutely destroyed out of nowhere headshot with that Peacekeeper, right? And then,
oh my God.
And then from the heavens, the last known competitor from the sky.
Here we go. Recap.
Taking a look at the recap. Cora didn't stand a chance.
Yeah, Cora, you know what? You can't compare to Aang these days, you know?
Aang a little
it
better.
be how it be. Kedu going to now being able to build up, sees one of these arena counts, unfortunately just jumps around the wall. A little bit of a misinput there. Kedu going to be able to reap the benefits of that one, grabbing some more mats, grabbing some more builds. Big Eden on the screen.
Yeah, always pushing. I mean, we're already in our top 8 situation here. That means all the highlights coming from here, and Playboy Ryder just kind of out.
Took the elimination there.
Yeah, absolutely stole that one. And then Baka from the heavens just looking for somebody. But as you can see, if you look at his mats, he's got literally 0, nothing. So when he pulls up to this fight with nothing, Blitzy takes it on. Blitzy about to go down to 1 shot, and you just see Daddy like, listen,
dying.
Hey, this is what daddies do.
With the default skin, am I right?
This is what daddies do. They wait for you to fight, and then they put you in timeout after.
There we go. Gonna be able to see that elimination happen, but my goodness, the big battle was the fight before that. Blizzard trying to get the redemption arc, trying to get their revenge, but unfortunately falls to Blizzy. They had 20 HP
I mean,
left
he had
in
5
the storm.
He had 5 HP when he killed Blizzard, so anything could have happened, but he just didn't see Daddy flying from the sky.
That's what's crazy. You know what? Blizzard put out the damage.
I wonder if that's a real Daddy.
Imagine.
Can we get confirmation if that's a real Daddy?
True, honestly, imagine. You know what? The dad comes into the arena and says, I'm taking home the money today.
He played like one, man. Just staying high ground, waiting for the kids to scrap it out, and then finishing business. Gets himself 10 points plus 14, the 1 elimination.
14 points, 4 eliminations. Yeah, it's crazy. 14 points on that leaderboard. So they were working and they were grooving. And we're going to be hopefully seeing another leaderboard situation. Hopefully we'll be able to see the point total soon. But man, it was a battle of the century there.
Second place is going to get you a lot of elimination, is going to get you a lot of things, right? But what it's not going to get you is a victory royale. So.
And we do have the scores if you want to pay attention to the screen.
Yeah, look at the screen.
Oh, wait.
Okay, Baka. Okay, Daddy.
There we go. Baka, Daddy, Blizzy, Victor, and Kanu rounding us out on our top 3.
You know what's crazy? 2 second places doesn't equal a second place because Daddy comes in and steals that last elimination from you.
Absolutely crazy work there. And then we go down the line. We got Blizzard in 6th, Ryder in 7th, Mythic in 8th, Zafu in 9th, Frosty in 10th, Kazuix in 11th, Sean in 12th. Going down the line to that top 20. Right now, the cutoff for top 15 is 9 points. Tying right there with the big Eden. Jaden is there, who we saw Jaden doing a lot of great work. To see him being so much lower than the rest of the competition is kind of crazy in my eyes.
Yeah.
But right now, the cutoff for top 15 is 9 points. You got to have your eye on the prize.
Honestly, all these competitors being close to each other is what you want, right? Blizzard has a terrible game 1, still in the top 10. Blizzard has like a kind of a crazy situation that happened to him in the top 10 situation, but I mean, 6th and staying in the leaderboard, just staying close is what you want to do here, because we talked about it. New season, new meta, new things going on. If you can keep your head in the top 10 there, you're looking good going into game 3.
You know what I'm enjoying so much more? So much right now. What is gone from the game right now?
Just getting away, just so much
harder to get away. Crossbow.
And the crossbow.
The AC-130 in the sky is no more, which is so nice.
It was fine for me. I just don't like unlimited anything. Unlimited anything is always going to get
it blew my mind. You know what? We saw time and time again. Safu, Unger, otherwise, just building up, going into the sky and just bomb, unlimited ammo medallion, just being able to just have 2 of them and just sky, literally doing so much damage and not seeing that.
Now the only thing you got 2 of is these guys.
Boom! Honestly, and I love that. Everyone's getting scrappy. Everyone's battling it out, duking it out. And when you see them at the end on these final circles, they are out of mats, they are out of heals, out of shields. They have no escapability, which is just causing
before
them
that,
to fight.
when it's like 20 or 15 people left, they're like chilling. They're like, I'm not moving from this spot until I have to.
Like I said, it's a Wild West situation. Whoever moves first is going to get shot first. And it's going to be quite... It's always interesting to see who's going to go down once they have to start moving with the storm on that 6th circle going into 7th.
Jetpack really not a factor in my opinion. We've seen it get a couple kills through the walls and
early game, mid game, maybe mid game.
At the end of the game, I'm not seeing anybody left with a jetpack on. So
not at all. So everyone's kind of resource grinding, opting to go for those heals, shields, and otherwise trying to just say, hey, I mean, we are seeing so much of that minigun. A lot of people not even having SMGs on them and just relying on the Peacekeeper and AUG, as we saw in that top 5 situation, being able to rely on those 2 and just having the auto lock on gun do the work that the SMG would do is really interesting too. I did not expect that tonight.
Yeah, I like it because they're getting down and dirty, right? They have to bust into your build. They have to break down that wall. They have to make it theirs. They have to edit it. It's all a part of the plan. And once you see it in, done to fruition and come to perfectly, I love what I see because you have players bust through with the shotgun. Maybe they only have one shot left in the shotgun. They make it their wall. They wait. They edit, they get through. I mean, we saw that one that when it was from the sky, like the difference in elevation, bringing your competitor down to you.
Yeah.
I mean, just turning it into your game.
I think what the difference between 2 weeks ago and this week are the absolute difference in skill when it comes to those edits.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, you are seeing the people who can manipulate these builds win these fights more times than not, as those competitors who can build but not manipulate the build are losing.
And then it's almost like a toss-up, right? Because you have players that have been able to keep their mats all the way through the fights, and maybe they didn't get enough kills, but they're still at the top of the build, and they're just waiting. You have someone like Daddy who does amazing in that game, but we didn't really see him game one. So
well,
it's really a toss-up when it gets to that top 5 position.
Yeah, we got 3 more rounds coming up very, very soon, so it's going to be quite interesting to see how this is going to toss up too, because like we talked about before, we can see the leaderboards right behind us, and it's going to be scrolling through those. It's really cool to see how much it changes up, how these top 5 situations are different every single time. I mean, even when we think a kill is secured,
yeah,
it's not.
I mean, that one was crazy. That was probably one of the craziest, like,
whiffs of the
we knew something was going to happen. We didn't know who was going to win it, but we kind of did,
Kind of did, kind of.
But we were wrong.
Not, but honestly, I mean, I really thought Blizzard was going to be able to take that one home, and then all of a sudden.
Especially you win last week, and then you come into this week. You can't really practice for this, right? That's why it's amazing. You can't practice for these HyperX tournaments because...
Especially frame 1, new season, it is just changes everything.
You got to get here at 3 if you want to practice.
Absolutely. Get some game time, get some practice in, and do what you need to, get yourself comfortable. You know what? I always like to say I like to get to a place early, especially if you're nervous for this tournament, got these nerves going. Being able to come here early, get the practice in, and just get comfortable in this aura, in this arena. So we see all these wonderful competitors on the screen right now waiting to get the next round started.
Yeah, gotta stay hydrated, gotta stay we got a little bit of a competitor there, but we got our primes up here. We're primed and ready.
You know what? Get your primes. Ask your waiter or waitress, going to be able to grab some great drinks, get your electrolytes going, get your energy up, because guess what? You're going to need it for these long rounds.
I don't see anybody with their hand up, bro. TO staff going crazy down there.
I see a little side eye by Oliver right now.
Yeah.
Scooching away a little bit. Where you going?
They're so logged in that they got all the comms in their head, man. They can just be like, hey, bro, we see you.
Hey, we see you, Oliver. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. I wasn't there. I wasn't in the corner of the screen.
Just delete.
But honestly, I'm excited to see what's going to happen next, how they're going to change up their builds.
I mean, we said it last week, but I think we said it last week, but I don't think it was true. We kind of knew Victor or Blizzard was coming away with it after 1 or 2. I have no idea who's winning this one. Obviously, the top 5 is stacked, but it's also the people that have won have those extra points. And then we have seen ties in the past, so we know it's based on how many victory royales you get. That might really come to be a factor here, because if you get no victory royales, it's gonna be absolutely impossible to start to get up that leaderboard.
Yeah, it is tough. I mean, you can get into that top 15 like we talked about. 9 points is the cutoff right now for that top 15 to get in the money, to double your money. But what you gotta do is say, hey, what do I have to do to get these points to get up the leaderboard? Remember, when you get to that top 25, that is only 3 additional points to your score. If you're able to grab 3 eliminations, boom, you already got another top 25 under your belt. You cannot be scared from these fights. You got to be able to say, hey, if I don't do well in the late game, I got to take advantage of the early to mid game. Use these jetpacks.
And we saw how early game Blizzard just kind of was gone from the first game. So he's able to put up to get himself in like the top 6, top 8 area from just his second game, basically, because his first game was kaput.
Yeah, it is kind of a mind-blowing situation where you're seeing what we expected, especially a couple weeks ago.
You know what's mind-blowing to
competitors.
me?
What?
how are they counting all this? Like, big shout out to HyperX Arena for getting every single point counted, man.
It is
shout
tough.
out to you guys.
44 competitors in the house tonight, and it's just.
And it's not like they raise their hand and go, I got 4.
Nah.
They're watching, man.
Yeah, they are. They're already inputting them right when they get eliminated. Boom, 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 boom. Already getting it done, getting us updated and letting us know who's doing the work, who's getting up the leaderboard, and who's in the money right now. Because like I was talking about before, you got to really realize what is the next strategy, what you got to do. Do you have to play aggressive early, mid-game, or late game? Because you got to grab eliminations.
Yeah.
If you don't grab eliminations, like you're seeing even with Jaden, 2 eliminations per game, still not being enough to blast them on top of the leaderboard. They're currently battling it out to even be in the money.
Is it worth it to go for kills even? I don't even know if it is. Obviously, we talk about it week after week. Go get your kills. Go get your kills. Don't let them run away from you. But if you die early, it's kind of impossible to get on that leaderboard. You don't get the finishing. You don't get the...
I mean, 3 points
might not even be worth fighting at the beginning.
I don't know. I think the beginning is where you want to drop, grab them.
We're doing this at the beginning.
You know what? I'm doing this in the beginning. Trying to grab some points early and then working. And when you're, you know what? And you know the big dogs are going to be at the late game. That's just how this tournament works. The best of the best will make it down the line.
No matter what.
So if you want to grab some early eliminations, it's the best to do it early. Drop somewhere hot. Drop on a named location. Try and grab the medallion that gives you that siphon so you don't have to keep looting and working your way
forward. And then
forward.
you're basically playing Storm Chaser games, right? We saw plenty of people in the Storm early. Like we talked about, get to the arena early, get to the Storm early. You need to have all your mats ready for that final top 5 because it is looking like a gun show, to say the least.
It is.
When the players start to drop.
I mean, it is a quite an interesting kind of situation. Like we saw before, I mean, in the last round, it was very slow, right?
Yeah.
Until that sixth circle, which caused them to move, and then everyone started to slowly get trimmed out, losing their mats, losing their ability to heal, not enough resources, and it's quite interesting to see, hey, if there's more aggression early, mid-game, even on that 20-player count, you won't have this situation where you feel like you're getting shot by 15 different directions because you are getting shot by 15 different directions.
You're not
trying to play it a little bit more aggressive early, mid-game will help you out a ton more.
Right now, though, I think shotgun is like the only thing I'm seeing, right?
Yeah.
It's the only defining.
Peacekeeper.
We saw it right there at the end, right? It's shotgun v shotgun, and I believe that's Rarity that comes out on top, if not the most best placed shot that's ever been ranked.
Or the biggest whiff of all time. That's all I'm saying.
Bro was one shot, to say the least. And
one shot and one chance.
Your tournament basically rides on that, right? You're Blizzard, you're coming down, you see this free elimination, you see this guy up top who might not be, you know, not much of a factor. Daddy just kind of chilling for the most of it. So you go for the free kill, and it doesn't pan out. We're going to get our 3rd game started here right now. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have a favorite competitor in the house, make some noise for them because they are about to drop from the battle bus.
Yeah, you do. We got to thank your bus driver, and hopefully they'll give you the luck you need to get the next Victory Royale.
Looking on board with Daddy on Daddy P had just got his 2nd game to go to Victory Royale. We're seeing him shut down the competition, but for how much longer will that leaderboard stay intact? He's taking a look over at JG. He's just gonna pick a house, get a gun early. I think this is the setup, man. If not this, what are you doing? You gotta get your little bit of heals, and you gotta start swinging.
Gotta start swinging the pickaxe and get your mats going, because guess what? If you got no mats, you're gonna be seeing looking like Baka. It is.
What's up, Shinron?
It was a free glider too. They gave that away for free.
Well, just have to make a fish.
True.
You're telling me I'm Goku. I gotta go through all the Dragon Balls. They just get it for free. Okay.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. But Victor right now, like we talked about before, landing a little bit onto the outskirts into this factory here. But Mr. Margilla grabbing that first elimination of the game.
I mean, look at all these players that we've been going to back to back who have been in the top 10 are all doing the same thing right now. They're picking up a couple things, but they're swinging in walls.
And honestly, being able to grab up to that max shields, getting yourself ready to go is what you got to do first. If you're not at max shields, you're putting yourself automatically at a disadvantage. And oh lordy!
What are we doing with gold?
Legendary Peacekeeper Shark.
What is gold doing for us?
Oh, I mean, you could, potentially get yourself a little bit of bots. I do believe you can still hire some bots and then grab some more shields from them.
Okay, Daddy instantly from winning it. His first one is taking a fight pretty early.
He heard you talking smack about being a bystander and says, you know what? I am making my name known and I'm about to take some names.
I like that edit.
Boom!
That's his wall.
The window to the wall. Daddy P grabs an elimination, and so does Fortfu onto himself.
Kills himself.
Yes, onto himself from fall damage, which is so unfortunate. You don't realize how high some of these cliffs are, and that's going to end their round a little bit too soon. Yeah, Mr. Margilla on the screen, a lot of green. In their loadout right now. You know what? They're trying to save the planet, but will they be able to save themselves?
Mr. Green's
gotta work for the company.
There's some gold. Love it. And is able to get some heals as well. Don't want the minis, want a big pot, still gets minis. Last chance.
Now another player that we haven't seen before, Shflow, gonna be able to
Shflow.
But gonna be that's like
you forgot the extra W.
Shflow.
You got
start answering my phone like that. Shflow.
Shflow.
And now Itadori grabbing an elimination onto one of the arena accounts. Frosty trying to save Frosty, not get into the action just yet. Their loadout is still looking a little bit rough, but will this be what they need?
Yeah, stay Frosty, just like stay ready, right? So
exactly.
He's staying ready.
And staying undetected.
I mean, I don't even think it's so dumb to fight, I think.
Early?
Yeah.
I mean,
I know that's what we want. I know that's what's going to keep it fun. But
I think
you're at such a disadvantage.
No. You got the best chance of winning because some of these competitors early don't know how to build necessarily as good as they do late game.
Yeah.
So if you have to,
or don't have the mats to do it.
Yeah, exactly. If you're able to just take disadvantage of these early games, landing on these spots. But I mean, granted, like we're seeing right now, a lot of drops on the not named location, which means you do not know where people are. It's just one of those things where I truly do believe that, hey, when they don't have mats, when you can kind of take advantage of it, make them resource drain, or if they only have like 100, you're able to win those fights a lot easier than when someone has 500 mats and know exactly what they're doing, like Itadori does, grabbing another elimination.
Yeah, on my goat as well, on 56, but I will take it back. The word dumb is not up there.
It is not up to us.
It really is just some bad risk reward for me, as you can see Baka risking it and getting the biscuit there.
Man, and that is fair. You know what? You really got to consider the risk and reward, right? If you wait till the very end, you grab, you know, 5 additional points, which is actually kind of crazy because 9 is the cutoff, right? Yeah. And there's a huge chance that Jaden or someone else at that 15 points can't get eliminated, and then you're halfway there. So you're not even wrong either when you're saying, hey, want to play it kind of safe, wait for that 15-player mark, then start your menacing, try and trim down shields, trim down health bars. It's not a bad choice either, in my opinion. If you're trying to do that, I mean, it's really cool. That's what I love about builds. You have so many options.
This is the sneakiest pro that ever lived.
Loki trying to do what we were talking about, grab some mats, but Victor literally crawled their way to that elimination. They did not want to be heard.
Yeah, that is how you do it, man. Taking the Metal Gear Solid way out.
Wolverine super hearing did not come in.
Yeah, I was gonna say something about that, but I didn't know if he had super hearing.
I actually don't know if he does or not either, but I just assume so. He's got it.
If there's a Spidey sense,
he's the Wolverine, right? Come on.
I mean, it heals. So did it heal his hearing?
All he heard was the blast of the shotgun, and then it all went black before he has to heal himself back up.
That's so dark. I'm sorry. That is so dark.
Yes, sir. Gotta get eliminated by the Storm.
Such a lighthearted event. All I heard was the shotgun until it went black. It's crazy. But 32 competitors who have also met the same fate, and now 31. JG goes down. We have ourselves a nice stalemate at Rebels Roost.
Honestly, an even slower game than what we experienced before as well, being able to say, hey, I want to make sure I have enough mats, I will have enough resources, and I don't want to use them just yet, because I think a lot of players, especially Baka right now, right, who we've seen to be one of the most aggressive players here, realize, especially late game, when they had 0 mats, it worked against them. They lost so many points because they didn't have mats and they had to just run on top of the roof and get eliminated. I think Baka's really realizing, hey, you know what? Like you talked about, the waiting game being more beneficial for a majority of these competitors is what they're trying to do and what they're waiting for.
Yeah, and 500 max on your mats isn't even necessarily something you can feel comfortable with going into it. So you have to pretty much save everything for that last fight.
You're not even wrong. It's just really, at the end of the day, a lot of these competitors realize how many points they're losing out on for playing a little bit more aggressive early, as Mr. Margello going to take out Riley's dad, and now Daddy P going to be here.
This is another 1v1 situation that we find ourselves in. Both of these competitors have won in the past, and as soon as we talk about them, they run as fast as they can away from each other.
They say, I do not want the heat, I don't want the smoke, but guess what? I'm going to try and cook myself something up in these flames, and what we're cooking up is a little bit of running away, which we've seen time and time before, especially when these competitors know how to handle these weapons so well and how to put out that damage. A lot of these competitors who are running away will see themselves running away with less shields because these competitors just know how to nail these shots.
Speaking of less shields, I mean, you have the lowest amount of shields, but is going to just be in that first tick and heals up to full. So honestly, we averted our crisis here.
Yeah, we did. And honestly, Margello just playing in the storm. 3 eliminations right now. Cosmix hasn't found much just yet. Gonna be able to pop some shields, pop some health.
I mean, Nitro Dome's gotta go. There's no cars.
There, honestly,
so I don't know why why is Fortnite asking me if I like Nitro Dome?
Well, like, there's no, of course I don't like it now. There's nothing in there.
There's nothing in there.
You're not even wrong.
One of the answers to the question was because my friends dropped there.
Okay. I don't want to go there, but just because I don't want to be alone.
Yeah. If your friend jumped off a Fortnite bridge, would you? All right, Death Impact, getting groovy. That's what we all come out here to do.
Honestly, Fortnite has ruined me when it comes to loading screens, and it just like, if you have to wait around in a game, I am like, give me an emote.
Yeah.
It is so bad now because I'm like, I just love it. It's so great. I mean, I need it. I need it in every game now. I used to hate it, but I'm like, now I'm all on board. In every single game I play, I'm like, if I have to wait for something, I'm like, give me an emote to use.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to turn into a bit of a loading screen here regardless, because all these players know what each elimination means and what each final circle means to their third game. 27 players left, and honestly, I still couldn't tell you who I mean, I feel like 3 games in, we usually know.
Yeah, who's got it?
I don't know.
Who's being dominant. And even right now, we're looking on the scoreboards, we're looking at these competitors that usually are so aggressive, are literally at this point have like 5 to 6 eliminations. But right now, we're not seeing those competitors on top. We don't see these competitors really having an extended lead.
Hold on though, Pidgey. We
controlling the scoreboard.
We got the moon versus Jesus.
And the moon is going to be able to use their gravitational pull to take them down.
Yeah, just like I thought. Just like when we wrote it down.
Just as science predicted.
Blizzard taking out, I mean, Blizzard, is he playing bots? Is that what that was?
Yeah, that was for some,
I mean, that would have just been too cool looking.
Honestly,
it wasn't bots.
Boom, boom.
Just sliding down, getting those 2 double kills, but yeah, just gonna kill some bots. Only has 1 elimination, and this just isn't like the Blizzard that we saw a week ago.
Yeah, it is so interesting. Like I was saying, all these competitors that we once knew to be at 5 or 6 eliminations right now.
And this bro can't even break
so
down the door.
safe.
Yeah, they're just playing safe. That's got to be what it is. I'm going to have to agree with you.
And Cosmix grabs their first elimination of this round, taking out In and Jack.
Or it could honestly be that the amount of players that have a possibility of getting a victory royale is just more, right? Yeah. I mean, we got
Really
43 players. I would say we got 43 players. About 20 of them could get first place.
Easily, yeah.
So
not easily, but saying that those 20 players could do it. It's Mr. Margilla going down. They're going to end their round with around 6 to 7 points. Love the groovy emo. Forgot the name of that one, but it is absolutely fire. I've been seeing so many of those being used throughout my Fortnite rounds.
And we saw 2 of Moon's 2 kills, so already a fan favorite if you ask me.
The Big Dean going to be able to put out the big damage and grab a big elimination, bringing them at 2.
Perfectly done, and it just goes to show how important it is to have mats there. He looks like he was running away with no mats, as we see when he gets to the fellow. Not many mats to pick up as well. So.
Yeah, I mean, it really does come down to...
Because look at this Taj Mahal.
That's what I was about to say. I mean, it's literally, if you're trying to go camping, that's the log cabin that you're trying to rent.
Exactly.
But the Big Dean Sama trying to just maneuver their way, do some counter hops. You can tell that the outskirts playing it safe, playing towards the back to the storm, so they know they're not going to get flanked, they're not going to get countered when they're just trying to put out some damage and try and find these other builds and trying to see which competitors are just waiting for their moment to strike.
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of players do in this pocket in particular, right? Top 20 doesn't feel anywhere close to top 10, so everybody is just in loading screen mode.
But right now we do have someone claiming one of the Sky Islands that has appeared. That's one of my favorite things that they've added recently. But we got Jaden now.
Woo, this is smart. Work on your edits. You're going to need this later. This will help.
You know what? Just doing rehearsal right now, trying to just say, hey, this is what you got to do to compete at the highest level, unironically.
Not to be like back in my day, but I'm telling you, I remember when edits were 1,000 times slower and people were still dying to.
I do miss those days. I won't even lie to you. But right now, Zafu are missing the days when they had 10 eliminations per game, but currently trying to maneuver themselves, jump down across these edits, and it's going to be a 1v1 battle. Trying to play it a little bit safe. Got the auto lock turret on standby, waiting for their time to shine. You can see it locking on a little bit right there.
Victor locking on as well. Zafu just has to get the sight on him so he can get something going. Victor, though, has been one of those competitors that we saw big things from last week. This week it's a little slower. Kazuix takes down Death Impact.
Man, it has been a battle so far, and it's been kind of slow at the same time.
It's crazy to say because all of these go down to 7th circle, right? Like, all of it is based on the same exact time. When we say slow, it's just based on the fact that when we watch the cams, we can't find a single person fighting, and as we see a couple fighting over there, Frosty takes out ESL 4-5. It feels slower, but I would say a majority of these end around 7th circle, and we're approaching it here soon.
Honestly, the 7th circle, like we know it, is where things start to go down. Once that 6th circle starts to move, that's when all these competitors got to move too. As we got the Big Dean Sama still trying to wait it out, trying to survey the surroundings. But
I mean, we know what good Fortnite looks like, right? You get into your build, you get into your edits, you break it down.
Kedu! Oh my God!
Did he push him off the cliff or something?
I guess so. And Kedu's going to get eliminated by fall damage.
Crazy.
That is nuts. We need a replay on that one.
That's
on the
just not a
highlight,
Keru. That's just not a Keru thing to do.
Not at all. And we've been seeing a lot of competitors going down to fall damage, but guess what? Some of the top competitors are even going down to fall damage.
That's what happens when you guys don't all have gauntlets.
Oh, Moon is going to get blasted out of the sky. Was that Gru trying to take over?
Blizzard finally gets his shotgun to work. Wasn't working at the end of the last game, but now
has going to steal the Moon. That's what Blizzard was able to do there, stealing some points away from them. Going to be able to heal up, reap the rewards, man.
Reckless Reels being a possible point of contention here for the ending. If not that Sky Island. I'm going to name my daughter Skyland. That's a good one.
Skyland, there we go. Skylanders?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Heck yeah, Spyro. Do your thing. Jaden from the heavens, man.
I don't know if those miniguns will be able to even tickle them from the heavens.
I think it's literally tickling them.
By
the time the bullet gets to them, it's like
they think it's a fly. They're like, oh God, get away.
Bit of a stinger.
But they actually do have Brody's whole gun loadout with the missiles, and you know what? And we'll see if that's going to work out for him, because I don't really know. I haven't been able to limit test that item just yet, and I really wish that had the jetpack on it too, but it's one of those things where I'm curious to see how much damage it will actually do when it comes down to it, if Jaden's going to hold on to that throughout these last, you know, what, 10 more eliminations? But Daddy P right now.
Daddy gets a taste of what first place feels like, and now is just trying to get back there. This got to be an actual dad. Yeah, it's a golf club.
That's true.
It's gotta be a real dad, dude.
You are actually breaking it down.
Only real dads bring their 9-iron to fight.
To the HyperX arena. He said, I cannot leave my house without my lucky 9-iron. What are you talking about? Daddy P going to be able to build up a little bit of...
I think he hears this other player building up as well. And now the final circle. I mean, there's 12 circles. We narrowly get there. Usually around 7, we start to get it fighting, get it popping.
I mean, right now we do have less competitors than there was at the 6th circle than last time. There was 21 competitors. We're at 19 right now. So it's a little bit less hectic, and the circle being as wide it is and having a lot more high ground to low ground, it isn't just flat ground anymore. So you're seeing a lot more competitors being more spread out in this 6th circle than we did in the last round. So it's going to be changing up a lot. Kazowix grabs an elimination.
This looks fair.
From the olden days. That's crazy.
Bro could just see his underwear. I don't like it.
Oh, no.
Oh, my gosh. Levi Bear gets one. Baka gets one.
On to Kazowix.
The usual suspects up at the top here in our top 15.
Man, Blizzy, you know what? That's a big brain move, being able to just see who's in these builds and see what's going on there and trying to just guess what.
I mean, talk about the ultimate bush camper. Like, bro is actually Predator.
All he needs is that medallion that lets him go invisible.
Yeah,
he will be,
dude, he'll literally be playing. Okay, this is great shots, but the other players can see. I don't know how those aren't hitting. Those look on top. Probably because he's Jesus. Great shots with the not aimed. Just letting the controller take over there. Has to realize that some of these players might be hearing these shots, is going to take a second away. Ryder is the one that gets the extra damage.
Oh, there's the medallion. Fine. That's the first time I've ever seen the medallion be able to pick up someone's location, being able to show where they are beside you.
I saw it was being used, but I didn't.
Honestly, I guess that's useful, especially if you don't have eyes on the back of your head. But most of the times you have that build to protect you, so the medallion is kind of halfway worthless. It's only worth it to get that bottom item just for that mythic that you get from them.
The eyes in the back of their head is kind of being what we're seeing here, right? You have a jetpack that can literally tell you when there's people close. Everybody just looking for extra eyes. We're seeing Daddy P.
There, yeah, the lock-on the lock-on is the eyes in the back of your head. That's crazy. Great reference there. Now we got the...
There was a, well, I guess...
Talk about suburban neighborhoods.
Yeah, I mean,
we got it. Yeah,
Suburbia.
That's all us we can afford right there, being able to build the house in the back of the house, and then we have to rent that out.
Yeah.
But
look, it's water powered.
There we go. You know what?
Awesome.
More power to you.
My entire more power to you. Literally.
I didn't even connect that one.
Yeah, you did.
I did not. I am not even lying. I did not even do that intentionally.
Uses the water.
Crazy.
More power to you. Itadori.
That's crazy. I did not do that intentionally.
What do we got? Jaden, Daddy, Big Eden, Levi Bear. Honestly, usual suspects. We got a little Blitzy versus Victor up there at the top, but if we talk about it, it'll stop instantly.
Look at the map.
I mean,
they are literally just like on the side. They're literally on the corner of the storm.
And now they have to go south.
Every player is on the corner of the storm.
I mean, it could probably be because this rail is the high ground, right? But they all have to move southeast here soon. All these players looking regular shields. Blitzy and Victor basically hanging out. Okay, Big Dean goes down to Saul, and Zafu gonna have to reposition here shortly. Victor, Big Papa coming through the train. This could be a shutdown moment if this train comes through.
Victor currently trying to just bide their time until the train's coming. And then go across. No, I thought they were going to be able to ride the train.
Oh my God.
But Victor's going to take a lot of damage from those hops. We talked about it. When you have so many competitors in such a small spot, you are not going to allow yourself any time. This is what happens when you don't eliminate players in the mid game. You're going to have this end game situation. If you jump, you're going to get shot at as Victor trying to take their chance.
14 players in the smallest circle I've ever seen. Jaden takes down the Eden. Bear with us, folks, because these are going to be fight after fight.
This is going to be an absolute bloodbath of Friday Frags history. We got 13 players into a small circle, and it's going to be an absolute battle.
Blizzard versus Victor.
Going to have to put up their
it's third party everywhere.
That is crazy to get their build destroyed, drop down, and take a ton of damage. They're trying to buy themselves some time to shield back up, but Victor just getting dropped, and all these competitors still just hanging on to the side of the storm, their backs to the storm.
I would say the two best players in the lobby, both taken down to 0 shields right now, and Daddy P can smell them. You got them daddy senses going crazy. Itadori not willing to move just yet, but just as I say that, starts to move north, southeast.
Blizzard goes down!
Blizzard can't make it out the fight. Zafu still sitting high ground, Baka sitting high ground as well.
Levi Bear takes out Ducky Monster, Frosty taking a lot of damage. Ryder now, health bar, looking low, looking in a disastrous position. Frosty is going to get eliminated. Literally one after another after another.
This is FORTNITE Frags right now. Baka taking a huge leap of faith, going out into the high ground.
Blizzy going to be able to take down Itadori. Ryder goes down to Zafu. We're currently seeing all these competitors trying to reposition and play against the storm. Levi Bear down by Baka.
Baka still in this high ground position. Very, very risky, but the risk versus reward is worth it for him right now because he doesn't have to fight it out in the trenches.
Down. Daddy P eliminated. 6 competitors left. 5 more until we get our new victor.
Zafu's doing a great job of keeping his maps and everything in tow. Is down a little bit of shields, but so is everybody else. Baka is just able to keep his high ground once again. And you see him using, I mean, he's off screen right now. He's blowing my mind, but.
Oh, they're going to have to work their way back now into the whole build situation, but there's going to be a whole new area as well. Being able to manipulate 2 different builds at once. Zafu's down.
Oh my God.
Blizzy and Jaden.
He's still in the sky, Baka.
goes down by Zafu. Baka currently holding on to the high ground where they love to be. Victor going to be able to put out some damage, trying to win some fights.
And this is so bad.
Victor, 1 HP in a dream. Jaden takes him down, and Jaden gets taken down by the storm.
Blitzy able to be in your top 10 once again. Not only that, but in a top 3 situation. Can Blitzy find the finisher here?
You don't even see Baka on the high
Baka still on the high ground. He has to get through Zafu, and then Zafu is going to have to use the remaining bit of his health.
Never mind. It's crazy to see right now what Blizzy can do.
And this is just literally Baka keeping the mats. You have the mats to do it. You might as well. Blitzy now falling into some mats, but falling into some damage as well.
Oh, Baka slips into the storm. Going to take a little bit of damage there. Zafu
Baka starting to
these walls.
What is it called? Decline.
From Baka and Zafu. Baka's going to be able to put out the damage onto Zafu, and the storm just doing so much work, so much damage, and all of these competitors are just waiting as Baka has no one contesting them on the high ground.
They can't.
Blizzy working their way through this entire forest of builds.
Blizzy has this jetpack. Let's see if he's able to press the issue against Baka because nobody is moving this guy. He has 500 mats still, and that's not even accounting for. Blitzy takes out Zafu, and now we find ourselves in a 1v1. Can he get to the high ground? He does. He shoots up to the high ground, but loses a lot of damage. And Baka, calm, cool, and collected from the high ground, takes it once again.
5 eliminations with a victory royale. You know what that makes? 15 points for Baka.
I like the battle bus there at the end. Just
love to hear it. Love the sound of victory into Baka's hand. Being able to just say, hey, I don't want to get my hands dirty. I'm going to allow Zafu and Blizzy to battle it out below in the laser tag forest of the century. We got the recap from that 3rd round.
Yeah, I mean, we could just see right here how important it is to stay quiet. Don't just go bashing around in the house, right? Victor says, quiet down, young.
Don't got the nitro boost to do that anymore as we got Moon. Now, like we talked about, the Moon versus Jesus and the gravitational pull will be the thing.
You can see the extra eyes in the back of his...
Yeah, being able to just laser in. Hey, he's in this quarter in this build, which is kind of crazy and kind of broken. Zafu being able to grab that on the scoreboard, but guess what? Blizzy's here to get this one onto Itadori. Boom!
You're not
into the toes.
Not getting past the gate there, and then it was just all downhill, literally. And what you could see from Baka in this top 5, yes, he is high ground. Yes, he is spamming down, trying to look for eliminations, but he has the ability to do that because of how many mats he had. If he goes out on a limb with this many woods, he's going to get shot down, right? But he's going for high ground with metal.
True.
And he had so much metal, so being able to finish that Friday night frag easy clap was only because he was able to have that much metal, and you could see it was a pretty substantial amount of that he was able to traverse. So.
It really was. I mean, like we saw at the, like you said, like we saw at the end of the game, it was literally a village, a Minecraft village of just builds and houses and everything else for you to maneuver
But
through.
if he goes out there on a limb, literally, with the wood, you shoot that, he's done. So he makes sure to make it metal all the way through. It's hard to find the ending. And
that's probably what the game plan was for Baka, if you think about it. Playing it safe early, being able to hold on to those metal builds and just say, hey, at the end game, if I'm not going to get contested up in the sky, I'm just going to stay up in the sky, be able to watch all these. I mean, he probably would have gotten more if they didn't move back
the counter to that is find where he started, but who is looking up in a top 5 situation? Who is looking for that? Yes, they could have got a kill on the possible winner, but yeah, taking a look at our competitors on stage, I mean, it just really comes down to, are you able to stay cognitive in that last final moment?
And we're seeing the Eureka
Big
ergonomics right there, baby.
Big shout to our
You can see they're not getting up from those chairs because they're so comfortable.
Look at this guy, still sitting down,
still sitting down. You know what? They are not getting up from these amazingly comfortable chairs. I've gotten to try them out. I truly think they're very, very comfortable. Look at that lumbar support.
Look at that lumbar support.
On screen.
That kid's barely got a lumbar, and yet it's supported.
It's supporting them.
I mean, I'm having fun here at Friday Night Frags. You too can have fun. All you got to do is show up on a Friday. Make sure you go to hyperxlv.com, look at the calendar, and find an event that works for you.
Absolutely. There's so many more coming up. I mean, I talked about it. Saturday Night Speedway tomorrow. If you want to play in some Mario Kart, all ages, all family members, the game gives you the items you need to succeed, and we've seen it time and time and time and time and time again, where you don't even need to know the game to have fun at the game. And it's just Mario Kart. It's iconic. It's amazing. We got all the DLC, all the characters, not a thing to worry about, and you get to play on stage as well. So if you want to, if you got family members or if you have anyone else who wants to play on stage and you know what, take your hand and compete at a tournament here, come down tomorrow to play some Mario Kart. I know I'll be here commentating that one as well. It's going to be really, really fun. And then Monday nights is the man Nick with the Smash Brothers, Street Fighter. What else is there? A million other fighting games.
Any fighting game you could possibly want. I think we're going to start doing 2XKO once it gets out of alpha as well. So
have you played some?
A little bit.
A little bit? Yeah, I played a little bit too.
I just think you have 151 characters. You don't launch that game until you have like
at least
50.
Oh God,
am I
You're
bugging?
Not even wrong. You're not even wrong. When I went into that, I'm like, dang, only 6 characters.
If you have a third of your character base,
you have to pick 2 characters too.
Yeah.
So it's not like, I don't know. I do believe that there should be a way bigger roster.
For me right now, it's just one of those things where there's not enough characters, but that's something Fortnite does not have to worry about. So that's why we're here at Fortnite Frags. There is every single character in Fortnite.
Yeah, truly. I mean,
except Pidgey.
Except Pidgey.
Put Pidgey in Fortnite.
That will never happen. Nintendo.
That's
remember, like, no, it is. I mean, Nintendo.
No,
did
you.
Not, oh no, that's true. That's true. But I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But I'm just saying Nintendo in general. took away the Metroid Prime skin, the Samus skin, because they wanted it to be Switch exclusive. The rule is that you could only see it if you were playing on Switch.
Are they joking?
And Epic Games did not agree.
Yeah,
so
I
that's
mean,
why there is no Nintendo skins in Fortnite.
Hey,
Fun fact.
Hey, Nintendo, look at me. Hey, look at me. What do you want? What do you want?
Apparently, for you to only see their skins if you're playing on a Switch. That's what they wanted. That was their role, and Epic Games said no.
I mean,
it was the skin.
How could they say yes?
Or Epic
the
Games,
coding versus like the not coding of it all.
The Epic Games already made the skin. It was already in the game, but they had to take it out because Nintendo said no. Or Nintendo put out forward that rule, and they said, "Bro, no, we're equal across all platforms, man. We are not making it Switch exclusive," which is crazy. I mean, shout out to Epic.
Shout out to Samus as well for being.
I would buy a Samus skin in 2.3 milliseconds.
Yeah,
truly unfortunate for Nintendo losing that bag. But guess what? You can make a bag tomorrow. Saturday Night Speedway Mario Kart action.
Here as well, man. $1,500 on the line every week if you guys want to pull up to Fortnite Frags. And honestly, the competition has been getting, what is it, thicker?
Yeah, more competitive.
More competitive every week. I know who's gonna win. Like maybe the first one we did, but we're at 133 Fortnite frags. So
it's crazy. I mean, it's a wonderful community. You can see everyone's chatting on stage, chatting below. You can literally talk to anyone, and they will be welcoming. I absolutely love the Fortnite community. They're all just chill, really fun, relaxed human beings, which is really, really nice. Sometimes you go into some communities and you know what? They might not be so welcoming. They might not actually, you know what, be
like,
a little
get
bit
on the point.
Yeah, exactly. Being like, hey,
push the payload.
Hey, come on. I remember one time when I went to one of my first Smash Brothers tournaments. No offense to the Smash Brothers scene.
No.
Yeah, no, it was when the game first came out, and I didn't really know the game that well. The man juggled me to like 200%. He's like, you know I can eliminate you, right? And I'm like, obviously, brother, just do it. So it's like one of those things where Fortnite community, really nice, wonderful people. So is the Mario Kart community if you want to get to the Mario Kart competitive scene. But also, so many raving reviews about the Smash Brothers scene here at the arena. Every single week on Twitter, I see people who went there for the first time, and they were just so welcomed with open arms.
It's
and were just
mostly
so accepted.
It's mostly insane because you have like probably the biggest online tournaments going on, and the people that win those are the same people that win these.
Really?
So the players that you're gonna face are up there. If you think that you got what it takes, we would really like you to show up because
I mean, we've got Sonics here that competes, you know.
I mean, Sonic, and then we always get like a random California or a random who's just the GOAT of their region, and that's really what this place is all about. Taking those Raiders of Las Vegas, because I mean, this place has gone global. I can't sit here and tell you that this is a local event. I mean, we have the top French player pulling up. We have the top every single type of person pulling up to play video games at the HyperX Arena. So
I mean, even with the Mario Kart competitive scene, you know what? We have people from all over the world that come here to compete here at the HyperX Arena.
So yes, this is a local, but I'm sorry if you get taken down by the best of the state. You know what I mean?
It's how it is, and it's how it be, and it's so cool to have people who literally travel here just to compete.
There's no other way to talk to Sonics unless you show up Monday.
Then he'll be able to talk to you about how you time out someone 15,000 times.
Boom.
There you go. Learn the strats, learn the ways of the Sonics, and that's the way to do it. And also, remember, grab some Prime energy from the lounge.
They include these ones because they know I'll bust into them.
True. They are absolutely very delicious. They got the electrolytes you need to get yourself into the game and get you locked in as we are waiting for some of these competitors to get into the next round.
Three rounds down, Pidgey. You got 2 rounds left to go. All that we have to worry about here is the points. Obviously, Baka taking 2 wins is going to make him.
Oh, we got Unger in the chat. Hey.
What's up, Unger?
Unger's in the chat right now.
That's my dog.
We got a Tiny Turtle as well.
Tiny
Turtle. We got Nola. Toby is in.
Oh, so y'all are vibing in the chat.
They are. We got.
How do you feel about my? I could have won the Australian Olympics.
You could have. You got to do some breakdancing right now to buy us some time.
No, all I gotta do is this. That's the
gotta,
move right
gotta,
there.
gotta just
Yeah,
do the
down here,
do
down
the
here.
dog in the circle, you know, scratching their head.
How is that not in Fortnite already?
True.
That's got to be an emote within weeks.
They're probably already working on it. I'm not even lying to you.
That's coming.
You know what? No, shout out to apparently the person who did that dance is a very nice person, but you know what? They are making their bag. They are absolute. And once Fortnite contacts them, they're gonna make even more of a bag. Being like, hey, we want to use your breakdancing skills.
Creator
into
code
an
Ray
emote.
Gun. Put a little Ray Gun in the game.
There you
Call it
go.
a day.
You know what? They are making their bag, and you can't even complain about it.
Yeah.
But honestly, I'm excited to see what's going on. We also got Pink Flower Pots in the chat saying hello. We are currently getting ready to get the 4th round started, getting them into the lobby, getting them grouped.
Like I was saying, Baka wins round 1, wins round 3. Well, let's take a look.
Let's look.
They're mixing it up there in the up top. And like I said, obviously you see 40 points, right? And you think Baka #1, but he's also got 2 victory royales, which actually does make him the favorite to win, points or not.
I mean, honestly, you're not wrong. And if he doesn't get another victory royale, you can see he only had 5 points, right? That would have been 12 points comparative. I guess only 12
Even if he
to
ties
15.
Blitzy, if he's 1 more, they're going to give him the victory royale.
It's very, very interesting to see these point totals and how much of a difference there is and how close it actually is.
Victor,
31,
Blizzard,
29, 28, 24,
Zafu.
24. Crazy looking leaderboard.
All of these, Zafu, Blizzard, Victor, Daddy, all of them have the ability to get first place. Baka sitting at the top, literally in the game and on the leaderboard.
Yeah, and then also even looking down to that top 15 cutoff, 16 points is there. The Big Eden right behind him. Oh, Levi Bear in 17th right now, just barely on the cutoff. Gotta do work on these next 2 rounds.
Did you hear him say barely?
Barely.
He said barely, Levi barely.
Oh, I am actually.
You're just like lacing me with puns right now.
Just unintentionally, Levi.
I'm gonna just start
barely.
stealing them. See if he knows.
I will not.
But yeah,
I'm not even noticing when I say it.
Levi Bear, who I think is Leviathan, has done amazing things at this tournament week in and week out. He sits at top 15, under the top 15 right now.
Yeah, they're like 3 points away, so they got to really bring into these next 2 rounds, really get those eliminations like we know they can do.
Yeah.
Like we know that these competitors have been aggressive time and time again, but I guess from a couple weeks ago, they've got a little bit of the cold feet going on.
Where's my boy 56 is my question. Where's my boy
Where's Arena 56? That's what matters the most.
Because I know he's got some kills.
I couldn't
mean,
tell.
they don't write it here. They just write their real names, right?
Well, there's a lot of bears. 6 a.m. Sal Bear, Luffy Bear, Levi Bear. What's up with the bears going on today? And then we got JG all the way down there. We saw them doing some work as well. Riley Spurkin, another regular competitor who's we know that they can put out the damage. We know that he can do the work, but they got a long ways to go to that top 15 situation.
Maybe Gloves Overlord is the guy. I don't know.
You know what? With a name like that, I would think that they are on Arena account 56.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, we are getting ready. We are getting locked in to the Battle Bus round number 4.
Where we dropping, boys? Where we dropping? Friday Night Frags is about to be all over. Time to get your points in now. If you're a little bit off the leaderboard and you're not happy about your situation, time to drop hot.
Time to drop hot, get those eliminations early, and get yourself up the leaderboard. Remember, top 25 is only 3 points.
How you gonna
what is 3 points?
How you gonna be Jesus and a goat? That's
and
like
Santa.
How you the devil and Jesus, bro?
That is true. Yeah, you know what? This Friday he's turned it dark.
Getting mixed vibes from everybody.
Yeah, you know what? But that is Goat Simulator. The goat right there, which I actually haven't seen that skin in game for a minute. So
wait, that's actually the Goat Simulator?
Yeah, that's the Goat Simulator. Honestly, I haven't seen them in the shop.
Now this might be the move. Land on the train, go to the train station, get some stuff from the train station, jump back on the bus.
Reckless Railways is always a great place to drop. Like you're seeing automatic full 100 shields.
Everything.
And then even additional chug splashes, which is going to help you out a ton. Being able to pop that big shield, grab those chug splashes
and you can
after.
get some snacks.
There we go, boom. You even have the vending machines here that are really good that can give you, if you're able to grab some gold, grab some more big shields.
That's what we're doing with gold. We're putting it in a vending machine.
There we go. That's the way to do it, you know? It's really, really good. But right now we're seeing Victor going to pop some
on board with Victor. We know that he has to put on points. He knows that he has to put on points. He just has to break that top 5 with, I think, 5 or 10.
He said, I don't want it.
And I think that's a very genuine, like, I don't think anybody's using that at the top 5.
No, not at all. Even to, like we've seen before with the gauntlets, they use them religiously to get up these builds and to maneuver themselves. And
we saw
have some sort of
Blitzy, who's
escape.
gotten second basically 4 times. We've seen Blitzy do amazing things. But even there at the end, when Blitzy was up against Baka, he tries to fly into the atmosphere and get above Baka, but Baka was already in top zone.
Especially when all of these competitors are going to have those legendary items by the end game.
Yeah.
You are going to take a ton of damage floating yourself up to the top. But right now, we are seeing Sal grabbing an elimination. JG versus Daddy P. Daddy P in 3rd place right now. If they get eliminated, they are going to go so far down the leaderboard, but they are not looking to lose just yet. Going to put out some damage from that Scar Assault Rifle. That's going to do some damage to those wooden builds. We know it to do it, and currently taking a little bit of damage, but good lord, they have the resources to draw out this battle into the next 6 Fortnites.
Yeah, and Daddy P is still sitting really high on the leaderboard, so it's a very scary person to kind of go up against. I'm done saying people's names, man. They just don't want to fight.
They do not want to fight.
Trying to get some clips for my sick YouTube. All right, guys, stop running away.
They do not want to give you what you deserve, and they don't want to give themselves an elimination that'll help them up the leaderboard. But right now, Dig Bro that we saw, they are not doing great in this tournament so far, but still 2 more rounds to go. You can flip it around in an instant if they're able to find some competitors. But right now, they're just going to be chilling and waiting and doing the waiting game for that 25-player count.
I'm glad Bro got 3G because he's out here in the boonies.
I mean, it's just one of those things where you can just wait it out, wait for your time to strike, and just truly say, hey, I want to grab those 25, wait till the 25
I did seem
left.
like that was the
name
meta.
of the game.
Yeah, name of the game. It's scary to think that 37 people could be in that final circle, but we might see it here because they are spread out.
Yeah, not a single person to be found beside each other on these mini-maps. They are literally just waiting and lurking. I mean, and all of these competitors that we once knew, as we see Grunt being able to grab an elimination on the cow, you've seen now all these competitors, like we talked about, who were so aggressive, who are so confident in their builds, in their guns, in their accuracy, they are not getting up to these 10, 11 elimination point totals.
That's
like
true,
we've
man.
seen before.
Yeah.
It is so interesting to see such a change up in these competitors' mentality.
It's about the same, like, it's about the same 50 people as well. I mean, obviously we're sitting with 42, but how is that gonna make any difference? All these players know that the time they want to be alive is the end, so.
Yeah, and at the end, you know what, with that, especially with that top 5 situation, that top 15, top 25,
it's crazy
those are those
to think about.
additional points are what these competitors want to grab. They are not even opting. I mean, you're seeing it right now. Big Dean, who's an amazing builder, competitor, and their accuracy with their shotguns are just absolutely on point all the time. And Frosty is not going to be on point there. Comes down to the very end, and guess what? Blizzard is not going to get Frostbite today.
Yeah, Blizzard says, I created you, Frosty.
And now I'm taking you away. I'm taking the top hat, and you're going to melt and come back next Christmas.
and all the heals as well. It's looking good for Blizzard. Just probably wanting to look the top off here, but man, it's kind of crazy to think that these are like the same amount of competitors, but last week they were all in cars getting flipped over, and now they're way more in buildings and in their own buildings as well.
They are, and they really
actually building an apartment.
It really is. I mean, they're giving each other space. They don't want to be around anyone. They don't even want to take that chance to run into someone else until someone else does the dirty work for them.
That chance means it's over, man. As we can see there, Frosty, an amazing competitor, goes down to Blizzard, who is just that tiny bit better on the second. through the build.
I mean, right now with Hunt Dog almost maxing out, got to just grab some more metal. They are still, once again, another good competitor who needs a lot more points. They saw him on the brink in that 20th spot. It's just one of those things where you gotta...
What do you think is the reason that we're not seeing 11 kill games right now?
I think
the risk reward is too crazy.
I think everyone's got the cold feet from a couple weeks ago where they realize what the competition is now.
Yeah.
What is the difference from all these other Friday frags? It's just the competition, and they know that, hey, you know what? If I go against every single person in this lobby is technically very, very good.
Yeah.
They know how to land their trust. They don't want to go against that early, and it's like early, in my eyes, is when you can take these little bit riskier fights.
I think it might be switching it up though, because risky is not what they're going for, right? You're looking for guaranteed. I mean, we see somebody like Victor switch from being this crazy aggressive player that can get through your build into dead on your screen. One elimination. Just a
Is
shot.
that the same Victor?
Just a shotgun. I know. It's
no.
Blizzard 2. They switched. I don't know. I'm bugging.
What are you saying? Victor eliminated at 31 competitors left.
If he has a
0 points.
If he has a better game, he goes into the top 5. Now he's sitting way outside of that top 5 because of that one risky play.
Wow.
So I think it's going to be hanker down for the rest. I mean, we just saw, I was going to say.
I mean, now you should take your opportunity. Now you're not going against Victor.
Well, no, I was just saying how crazy it was to see Victor playing in slow-mo, right? Using his headphones, his HyperX headphones, to find people to beat. And now he's found and now he's got to pay the price.
Oh, Ducky Monster grabbing one of the eliminations onto the arena accounts. Slow, trying to just flow their way into some points. Zafu going to be able to now be on the receiving end of some.
That gun is getting through builds pretty easily.
Absolutely.
Does like 77 damage from afar, so.
Ryder going to be able to take out Gamer Kid 17 there. Kedu just gonna back off of this fight, saying
we didn't even say any names there, and he still ran away. So what does that tell you?
I did say Zafu. Unfortunately, but Loki once again, no matter how many Tony Stark weapons you got,
that's crazy. Bro, actually looked like
enough.
That looked like Iron Man holding the Avengers shield with Captain America's shield, and he was Wolverine on top of it.
Crazy. That's the epitome of this season right now. That's what you could just take a screenshot and say that's what we're experiencing. As now the big Dean Sama, who took out one of the biggest players in this arena.
Under fire once again. I mean, when you take out the best, man, you got to be able to back it up as well.
You really do. You got lucky the first time. Will you be showing your skill the second time? Is what we're all wondering here today. Jaden going to be able to have to build up some walls, use some mats to give themselves protection.
A lot of people using mats right now when mats is not what you want to use.
And now we got Bro, who's unfortunately going to have to just shoot up and not really realizing where this other competitor is. If they are there.
If they're even there. I'll tell you what.
I don't think there is a competitor there.
I'll tell you what. Bro killed him if he is there.
And now we're going over to Jaden one more time. Another competitor who we've seen work their way up to 10th place now.
The Big Dream able to get an elimination as well. So not just Victor is falling. Definitely, ooh, baby, I'm making a name for myself here.
Ooh, baby, I'm gonna make a name. So I don't think you make it out of this. That is what the Big Team said to Victor. But Overkill now, once again, we've seen them. They like to play the passive game as well.
Is this
just
the
chill.
dumbest hat in Fortnite?
It really is. I mean, you know what? Gives you 5+ to armor.
It's so silly. All right, Blitzy, who's had a rough day trying to get in our top 5 once again. Loving what I see from actually has ditched the jetpack as well.
No one has the jetpack. We were talking about it. And we're talking about the Big Eden. Once again, lurking and grabbing another elimination, just having it fall into their laps, unironically, being able to utilize that Peacekeeper and just eliminate him.
That could have been an elimination that he saw happening. I think he used, I mean, those are his walls, so I'm pretty sure he just brought dinner right to his table, and Big Eden's going to be sitting with 2 eliminations. What's the highest eliminations you've seen this game? What, 5?
5 is, yeah, unironically, last game with those 5 eliminations were like the actual highest that we've seen until the end. So maybe we'll be seeing that barrier broken, as we know 10 or 11, 12 eliminations from previous Friday Frags, but now every single person opting to stay away and wait for the storm to push them closer together.
Did you see the new skins?
There's like so many.
Wolverine, banana.
Yes, I got, yeah, they gave it the back bling for free if you watch the D23 actually. Yeah, they gave the Wolverine black bling, which is so cute. I already got the battle pass. I'm gonna be unlocking them. I'm gonna be using that skin. It's so adorable. And you saw the advertisement, they had all the Wolverines in the Deadpool.
Yep.
Ah, it's so good.
And is
so good.
Is Gwyn the final one?
No, Gwen's first.
Okay.
You literally get Gwyn for free right when you get the
What was 100?
100 is Sherman. Black Panther now, but Throne is going down to Itadori. Very quick build battle there. They did not even opt to exchange builds, edits, or otherwise. Itadori says, I am here to win, and I'm not going to lose. Domain expansion, I'm ending this now.
Taking some shots at the bushes. You never know when a bush Wookiee could be afoot. Taking a look outside of the zone to try to see any schlackers, any procrastinators. Blizzard sitting with 1 kill in like top 6 is blowing my mind right now. But it just seems so much harder to fight these. You can't chase a kill. You have to let the kill come to you.
Yeah, I mean, truly, if you're chasing a kill, we've seen it not work out, at least for this Friday Frags. We've seen it time and time again, too.
Blizzard, one of the swaggiest competitors we had in the default skin, because he's just trying to get whatever he can.
It's so interesting to watch the mentality change, to watch the confidence that we once knew from all of these competitors to be chasing down one person after another another.
That's my GOAT right there.
With the best skin in the game, in my opinion.
This is the one that I won the Victory Royale with.
Absolutely goated. But we got Levi Bear currently trying to just get around, build up some walls, currently jumping away from this situation. They do not want the heat. Levi Bear going to be able to put out some damage. Lands a little bit, but not much.
Levi Bear, always a competitor that's not scared of the moment, right? We saw him get a Victory Royale out of the hardest situations when the competitors are flying in the sky, right?
So truly, it was able to clutch up. We've known them to do it time and time again. A regular competitor here, competitor here at the HyperX Arena, and they have honestly grown so much and have really gained so much confidence in their own ability to win these games, to win these fights, to win these build battles. But right
today,
now, everyone, not a single person wants to be the aggressor and take the heat and try and cook up something fresh for themselves. They are really giving themselves some space away from one another.
I think it's the only way right now. I know when we go into the 7th circle with like 19, 14, something in there, and all these players just playing for their moment, and I kind of like that because you can see the builds.
I mean, we've been at 25 competitors for at least 5 minutes now.
I mean,
that is what's
this guy's
crazy.
still in the storm. What's this guy doing over here in the storm?
You know what? Playing the storm on the 1-ticks is truly just one of those things where some competitors are really, they are so afraid of the competition that they have to stay in the storm that they don't even want to get, they would rather, you know what, get their clothes wet and soggy and run it all back in than to deal with these other competitors.
That's crazy, bro, because if my socks get even a little bit of damp, I am a terrible person.
I am done. My whole day is ruined.
Okay, here's Kozwick playing the game. I mean, I honestly think that that's how you have to do it. You got to be Metal Gear Solid.
We see Big Eden do it.
Obviously, you could sit in a 1-buy, but he's literally just behind a tree, hiding behind a tree, pops out.
I would be so sad.
I would be mad.
I would be like, really? out of all the ways to get eliminated, you have Kazuix, who is literally hiding behind a tree.
It's kind of meta. It's kind of meta.
Crazy.
You can set up the build. You can do all you want. He's not hiding behind that skinny tree, but
you know what? More power to you being able to play, like we talked about, patient game.
It's exactly what we saw from Victor, and now we're seeing it from other players.
Yeah, Big Eden.
Evolve.
Big Eden being able to just have something fall into their lap, and guess what?
Okay, Baka wanting to get high ground once again. Has the recipe.
Has the AUG being legendary status.
Old ass AUG.
We're gonna be seeing Baka currently trying to put out some damage, but it misses a few shots.
Like, is that even worth?
It's tough. It's tough to say.
You're
I mean,
your head out, you
literally,
don't
with
know.
how little action there is, I would be surprised if not every single person in this lobby had full health, packs, shields, and otherwise.
Slide it down, go. This has gotta be. I mean, this could be Fat Peter Griffin. I don't know what they were thinking. This skin is so fire.
I love it. I forgot the name of this skin.
Hey!
Every single if you don't have Fortnite or you don't have the gritty in Fortnite,
Bro,
you are not playing Fortnite.
How does our ESLA Ford account have White Foot Creep, but you don't have it at home?
You just roasted so many people. They're like, I'm trying.
How you ain't got no Fortnite, but we got the Fortnite. Okay.
But here we go. Finally, some action. A little bit of a build battle as Levi Bear tries to get to the high ground. But they are going to opt to once again just build up their mansion and not worry about a thing. These competitors having the absolute fear embedded in them and not wanting any sort of action at all. Baka gonna lose a little bit of shields, but
to the point where even staying on the line of the circle is actually kind of better because you can see people starting to rotate into it.
And you don't have to worry about getting flanked, like I said about before. You know what? No one's going to be behind you.
Storm to your back, how are they going to pull up? Yeah.
Exactly. And just worrying about one direction and one direction only, you'll be able.
There
you go. I was trying to think of a Fortnite One Direction reference. It was tough.
That'll get hairy quick.
Oh, I love it. Oh, man. Levi Bear currently now still scoping out. Levi Bear, who we've known 4 or 5 eliminations by now.
Usually.
0.
Yeah, 0. Usually sitting up there, usually doing it at his own style, trying to take out my goat.
But misses every shot under the sun. They got to get that aim on point, or they're
really
gonna
coming
be in a
down
bad
to
spot.
aim, man. We've seen these kids go bar for bar when it comes to build battles and then shotgun edits and all that, but the shots that are just kind of like AR shots to the dome are not hitting.
I mean,
and that might be one of the reasons that, you know, you could float better, but haven't seen that come into fruition either.
I mean, it's really just comes down to
a whole lot of Monopoly.
A whole lot of Monopoly and trying to just hold on to the back, just hold on to the side of the storm that's coming in. And now with the storm being on all the way across the map, you're going to be seeing, Kazuix going to be able to find another competitor and get into some heat once again. Now we're at 21 competitors, which is actually more than what we were at last round. Itadori taking out the Big D and Sama, and now Kazuix trying to build up, trying to give themselves some protection. But guess what? We're going over to Itadori now.
Who is looking, has 1 elimination, 2 eliminations.
Over through the door, and Frey could not pull out their weapon in time. Kazuix looking like they're on the losing end of this battle.
Makes their own panic room, though.
They are currently panicking again because they cannot get the shields, they cannot get the heals, and they are looking like they are going to get their exit handed to them by Blizzard. But once again, building up their panic rooms, they said, guess what? I got another one ready. Press the red button, and there's this panic mode. Kazuix goes down.
Yeah, great job, Blizzard, finally getting eliminations.
Baka takes out your man. Your man got 56.
Baka, why?
Baka had to do it to him. And Blizzard's going to be here at 2 eliminations, and the storm is moving, and my God, 17 people onto the 7th storm. You know what? I was saying 21 was more than last time, but now we're at 17. We currently have Blizzard doing a build battle. In this situation, we heard one competitor get eliminated, and they are battling it back and forth. Blizzard going to run away from this situation. I do not even know who they're fighting.
Yeah, they're fighting Kiru. 50 Cal is being a little gnat in the corner. Edon in a little zone. Jaden X has to move. Ryder has to move. No, he doesn't have to move just yet. Margella taking a quick second, but they're all going to the southwest for our final, what might be our final circle here. I mean, 16 competitors left. This is more than last time.
This is most definitely more, and it's some of the biggest circles when we come down to the 8th storm. It's some of the most amount of players for these tiny circles. You're seeing it on the mini-map. Literally, every single person has an angle, has a corner. If you try to run out, you are going to get shot at. That's just how it's going to work. As Baka now having to use some resources to just rather burst through these walls and grab
loot pile.
Wow. You know what? It doesn't get better than that.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you're looking for. The Raiders of the Lost Ark. You're just looking to come into these half-built builds and find the whatever it may be, because the last thing you want is to run out of builds in that final circle. You don't want to run out of mats. You don't want to run out of bullets. You don't want to run out of anything.
Baka currently still trying to just build up their own map. They are maxed out right now. Hunt Dog getting shot at, getting blown. They are have to build their own panic room and keep themselves safe. Ducky Monster also taking a ton of damage. Ducky Monster versus the Big Eden. This is going to be an interesting final circle. Like you talked about, all these builds getting put up and no damage being put out.
Yeah, and the most important thing to also look at is that high ground. Only thing in high ground right now is Saul. It's basically the highest point. Levi Bear sitting at the top of his tower as well.
We've seen it. The high ground is one of those advantageous positions.
Look at
JG goes down.
Look at Baka sitting in this corner, literally vulturing this loot.
And honestly, also, just staying at the corner of this storm. No, that you cannot get closer than this.
And you know he's being able to kind of tell where people are using his back. Using the jetpack little extension there. Yeah, you can kind of see the auto aim of where people are.
It's literally going crazy because guess what? Where people are all around you non-stop. But right now, Jaden versus Itadori, and Itadori's looking low, he's looking rough. They are building through, they are battling, they are going. And Itadori and Blizzard looking extremely rough going into this next section. The storm is moving, Dusty Monster on top. Baka takes down the Big Eden.
Baka, La Baka, just bulls his way through the storm, and now has to heal up. But does he have? He's gonna throw his heals into the zone.
Sal going to get eliminated by Levi Bear there. They're going to be.
He's got to take the jetpack off. It might be useful here, but it's kind of telling him where he is.
Baka going to take a lot of damage from that storm, but counteracted right there. Dusty Monster takes out Edu.
And now Baka going for the skies, but he's being shot at.
And Hunt Dog gets eliminated by Mr. Margella. This is going to be an absolute hectic storm, just like last game. Everyone's trying to build their own pathway to victory.
Yeah, this one's not going to be easy, right? You had that one that went east, but now as we start to go north, a lot of these builds are not their own. They're going to have to break through them, bust through them, go hand over fist to try to finish out.
We got Blizzy and Ducky also grabbing eliminations, putting themselves on the board, but Blizzy stuck in the
Baka is still in high ground. He knows the meta is get high ground.
Itadori, Daddy P, and Baka all grabbing a little bit of eliminations.
6 eliminations, the most eliminations we've seen on the day. Can Baka get more?
Levi Bear going to get eliminated, and Baka working their way up. Like we talked about, 6 eliminations on the board right now, and they have the high ground. That's where they love to be.
Yeah, but
and Daddy P right underneath them.
He's out of mats, though, as far as metal. No more metal mats, so now he might have to start traversing with this brick, and he does. Great shots, ring true. Daddy P hanging on for long, but how much longer?
Daddy P really on life support right now. Gotta use the rest
I like
of his
that.
flash.
Takes the roof as the metal, not going overly aggressive, has 12 walls, but is saving them for the big finale.
Beautiful positioning here.
Here
Baka,
comes the big finale, gets high ground, mounts his build.
And now Baka's going to look in a really rough position. Daddy P
Baka
has
has
the advantage.
nothing for builds.
Already has won a victory royale, but now Daddy P trying to shred through these wooded builds.
Great shot!
Daddy P gets their second victory royale of the night, taking down Baka.
Okay, Daddy P. Oh, I'm about to make a name for myself here.
Man, what an absolute showcase of positioning.
Where's Dad at?
Honestly,
Whose dad is that?
Taking the 9 iron, doing a Last of Us 2, and able to take down Baka. I mean, truly, like I was talking about before, man, it is just one of those things where he just positioned himself, had the heals, had the shields, had the chug splashes, and just waited for their moment to strike and was able to take down Baka, climbed on top of their builds, put him down. Baka had nothing, not a single mat left.
Yeah, once he mounted that build, I knew it was over because they were only sitting with like 100 mats. If that, take a look at what happened in that last round, our 4th round of FORTNITE Frags here at HyperX Arena.
Frosty there.
Holy, Frosty getting frosted.
Yeah, you know what? No frostbite for Blizzard there. We're going to be seeing Big Dean Sama going to be able to build their way up, and guess what? Turn this around. Look at this. Just got that corner advantage with the Peacekeeper shotgun, and that was a green Peacekeeper versus a blue. But guess what? It looked like Victor was using the SMG there and not their shotgun, which honestly...
You never know. He might have had to reload. Might have been getting through that build.
That is true. That is true. Itadori here being able to take down Moon, being able to just blast through those wooden builds. They do not last long at all. Kazuix
the panic room.
Oh, yeah, honestly, this was the most funniest part of them all. Just to slam in as many metal walls as you can, but
Blizzard was like,
enough.
give me this kill, bro.
Please.
And Baka obviously getting a lot of points for finishing 2nd, but also a lot of points, just 6 elimination. Daddy P only with 2 eliminations, so he's going to get a lot for the Victory Royale, but as far as points go, I think Baka might have them.
Is a big difference in my eyes, especially here at Friday Frags. You're going to be seeing that on the leaderboard as well. I mean, really shout out for Daddy P, though.
Yeah.
Doing work, taking names, and really showing what they can do.
Bro, when you call yourself Daddy, there's a couple things that need to happen, right? You need to be in first, so you start there. There's a couple other things that you need to do, but you can't just call yourself Daddy without absolutely dropping 2 FORTNITE elimination,
2
absolute victory royales.
I cannot believe it. That's the last thing we thought we'd see today, but man, it's great to see it here at the HyperX Arena. Man, I don't know. It's so interesting, and once we get that leaderboard going and we get to see the scores going into this final round, it's gonna
I don't remember
a clearer picture.
I mean, we've been to a couple of these, I would say about 6 now that we've been doing, just me and you, and I don't remember a Daddy.
Not me either.
I don't think he was getting better. I think he was watching it. I think he was just like you at home watching, came down to the HyperX Arena and dropped 2 victory royales on their heads. So
it's crazy. And it's just one of those things that we talked about. The competitors that come here, they are fierce. They are ready. And you don't know what they're going to bring, as we do have the scores for you, though.
I'm ready.
Let's see it. Baka,
yeah, I mean,
my God.
So Baka's going to have the worst round of his life right here to drop this thing.
He literally had to drop out of the battle bus and die to fall damage.
Yeah.
Somehow. To really, I think, lose this lead that they have right now. 13 points above Daddy P right now in 2nd, but guess what? Blizzy right behind them with 37 points, and then Blizzard all the way down in 4th place by 6 points. Victor in 5th, Zafu in 6th, Mythic there, Savio with 7th, Kedu in 8th, Ryder in 9th, Itadori in 10th, Jaden in 11th, Sean in 12th, Fruit Overlord 13th,
it just goes to show you, man.
14, Leviathan tying with Eden right now with that cutoff.
All you gotta do is have a B in your name and you're in the top 5. Or V. That one works
Or
too.
any letter.
Yes.
In the alphabet.
Zafu tied with Victor for basically 7th is insane to me.
I could not believe it even if you told me today.
If I said Victor was going to get 5th, no way, bro.
I would not believe it.
Zafu's #1 on our list. Victor absolutely made a name for himself last week. Baka has pulled up to plenty of these tournaments and shut it down, but I mean, what an elite.
Ooh,
and Baka's getting kills at the beginning, in the middle, at the end, right?
He really is.
Like, he didn't win that last one, but.
And you're seeing all the way down to our top 40 situation. I mean, Mizu even has an opportunity to come back if they have a really good game.
Yeah.
Currently on that cutoff of that top 15, trying to get in the money. It's one of those aspects where you got to realize it's the final round. If you only get 3 eliminations or you get 3 points for surviving up to top 25, it's just one of those things.
Forson's here?
I guess so, but not on the leaderboard all the way down. Down. I mean, it's really interesting to watch to see what these players are going to do now, because it being the final round. And with Baka, you're seeing at 54 points. what will Baka do today? They can just wait around and just potentially just do the same thing they've been doing.
Just don't die.
Just don't die.
Which I think is what pretty much... I don't think he is. I wish I could say he is.
I mean, he's going to be bringing Melk home, I guess, because he's going to get in the money.
If he wins the third one and he gets like 8, but I just really think first place is going to have to, I mean, Baka's going to have to have a terrible game for that to happen.
Like I said, if he has to fall out of the battle bus, land flat on his face, and get eliminated Deadpool 2 style, it's just, I don't know. I don't know what to expect other than Baka trying to do the same thing they've been doing. It's working out and giving them this 13-point lead going into this final round.
I've seen Baka win these before. He has the chance to do it here. Game 5 is all going to culminate to that moment. We'll have to see, man. I do like what we're seeing from Daddy, but with that much of a deficit, dude, that is going to be tough.
Honestly,
what's the chat saying? They vibing?
Chat is saying a lot of Daddy P fans.
Yeah,
it's looking like
a lot of children.
Chat. Honestly, it's just it's great to see all the
Daddy
support.
P and the children. What's up, y'all?
DP. Really, everyone giving all their love to them right now. It's really great to see all the support. You know what? They're saying he's going to be able to bring home second place.
Got it.
And do what they need to. And
second place, that's a lot of money, man. And Blitzy has been gunning for a victory royale. I would love to see 50 cal Blitzy show up and get that first place because they've been in the top 3, I feel like, every single time.
I mean, it's interesting to watch. It's interesting to see right now. I mean, another comment. I do believe, yeah, DP lands on Baka here. Just watch. That's a hen in the chat.
That's the move, man.
Honestly, track
that's
him down.
what you need.
Watch for the skin. You know what? You saw the highlights. You know what skin he's using. You've been battling him. Just watch him when he jumps out of the battle bus and chase him down, land on him, get that elimination.
I mean, it's all jokes, man, but that would really help his game.
That would be crazy. Imagine a world where Baka gets first eliminated and then 13 points for
I mean, that happens,
Key.
right? You just get 3 eliminations and the win, and that's all you got to do. So that's what he's got to be thinking. He's got to play his game, you know, outside of the fact that a lot of these players are gunning for a victory royale. I think this is the first time, obviously, Baka sits in first place with plenty of victory royales and plenty of eliminations to go his way.
I mean, that 6 eliminations is what brought them to where they're at right now. I mean, truly, at the end of the day.
Daddy P would be in first place if Baka didn't drop those 6.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you got to realize that, hey, those 6 eliminations are a lot of points, along with those 7 points from that top 15 situation, or a top 5 situation. It's so interesting to watch how that kind of manipulates the scores, where you see people being aggressive and getting the points from staying alive. Very, very cool to see. And it's really going to come down to keeping that. Right now, what we're seeing, if Baka goes out early, then first out for grabs from Daddy P. But right now, it is a 2 to 5th place situation where any single person can get flipped in that top 4.
I wish that first and second were closer, but yeah, the top 10 is going to be moving regardless of what we say here.
Yeah, it really is.
It's going to shift around a lot, and that's just in one game, and we got 1 game left, ladies and gentlemen. So it might look lax on the stage right now with those Eureka ergonomic chairs, but
DP downs a 4 loco and wins. That's the way to do it.
Are they saying it's a grown man?
I hope
is
so.
Bro just a daddy?
I hope so. You know what? I am hoping for the best.
I need to know who's sitting at 56, and I need to know if that's a real daddy or not.
If that is a real father, Daddy P. We need to know, chat. Is he actually a real father? That's what we want to know. That's the actual most important question of the day. Now, who wins Friday Frags? Is Daddy actually Daddy?
Yeah, and how many of you have your prime at home drinking along
There we
with
go.
us?
That's the way to do it. That's the way to know it. And we are getting ready and getting everyone sat back down for the final round of Friday Frags. Nick, are you ready for this?
Sit him down and shut him up. Let's go.
Oh, that's the way to do it. Get him seated onto the battle bus and get him going, because my goodness, these rounds have lasted a long time.
It feels like that, but I think we always get to, 8th. It's just not so much action during the time, because we talked about earlier, it's risk, it's reward, and we're taking a look at the fully hidden Baka.
And then we got Customs Crimson in the chat saying, JG, gotta lock in.
Gotta lock in, JG.
Because it is the final round of Friday Frags, and we are starting it on the one, the only Baka.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss you, bro. Like, I only get to see you on Friday.
Honestly,
you know what? I'll come tomorrow. That's if I'm missing you too much.
That's the way to do it. Compete in some Mario Kart and test your
Last time I was
there.
on the bubble, dude. It made me so sad.
And on the bubble stuff, you know what? Because there's nothing more you can do. You can race your 4 races. You're on the bubble and you're praying that someone else does
Scooty's fault, bro.
That's true. You get too good at the game. Baka, though, is going to drop down, take a little bit of damage, but that's not going to be a big deal at all, because they're going to be able to just heal themselves back up, give themselves some shields, and my God, walk into the factory of all weapons.
Oh, man.
And this is the laundromat that you've always dreamt of.
Yeah, it's a wash.
It is.
Hot Dog takes out Riley, man. Their tournament is unfortunately over.
You know what? We haven't seen a lot of the dual SSDs that I thought we'd see a lot more of. Really optimizing for, you know,
I just think they don't fit into the meta right now, right? You have shotgun when you're up close. You have these long range odds when you're far away. You really only use these dualies to take out people you don't care about.
Yeah, it really is one of those things. I mean,
but look at the headshots.
Baka taking a little bit of damage, going to trim down those shields, but it's not going to matter. They're going to get a full restore. And then that medallion, if you didn't know, going to be able to give themselves a location revealer, which is kind of, I guess, somewhat useful if you think about it.
Yeah.
But,
for Baka, yeah, because he's sitting high ground looking for everybody.
That is true. He'll be able to know exactly where someone moves. So
I mean, what a great place to land. We're looking at just the difference in where to land. This guy's in the middle of a crater and outside of Doomsville.
Right outside of Doomsville. Doug Dimmadome? No,
yeah, Doug Dimmadale. Put him in the game, bro.
True. What's the Nickelodeon collab happening? We got the Avatar skins, and we got Overkill getting eliminated by Victor right through the crack of the build.
I like this. 2 kills for Victor early. He's looking to put some points on the board to possibly mount a comeback here.
Ozwik's taking a little, putting down a little bit of damage. This arena account kind of panicking. Takes the wrong build, does the wrong edit, and that will cost them their life, making them eliminated on this final round.
I like
31 competitors already left.
By game 5, it's starting to heat up. I don't know. Maybe should have started a little earlier, but the risk to reward looking pretty different when the confidence comes out of the better players.
It really does. I mean, you're not expecting it, especially for these potentially 3 to 4 rounds that have been a little bit slower, a little bit, the pace of these games haven't been as crazy, but then when you see actually these top 2 competitors running it through these builds and taking you out, you're like, whoa, 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 I thought we were just building up our Monopoly property.
Hey, I just got here.
I literally just landed, and now you're rushing
just
me?
passed go. I just got $200.
And now I just lost my $200. It's just
literally.
Unironically.
Unironically, losing all your money here at HyperX Arena by the second.
I mean, it's just, it's really, really, really interesting to watch how these competitors are going to react to now a little bit more aggression, because it is the final round now. A lot of people are now panicking. They're trying to salvage and work their way up the leaderboard as much as they can as the Big Dean.
Digbro, last time we checked on him was just in a building by himself chilling, so that's pretty unfortunate.
Really, really unfortunate going down to the final round, not getting those 25.
Oh, Moon doesn't have the wall. Moon has the wall. Great shots. Here comes
the battle.
Needs one shotgun shot to win. Whoever hits it wins.
Oh man, what
he's going to the wall. He's going to the tree.
He's hit the tree accidentally, and now he's trying to maneuver themselves, trying to put themselves in a good spot to take down.
Oh, that's a great heal from Keru, though.
Does he have any ammo? Has he reloaded?
He can't get this wall to be his. The wall and the staircase. Great heal. Another heal by Keru. Is going to get high ground on him.
Keru going to be able to jump up and get the high ground situation.
That's going to be it. You let that guy heal. You let the high ground be a factor, and Keru takes away the victory.
Being able to just sneak right past that tree, get that high ground situation, take that elimination. I mean, man, that's not the way you want to go, especially after you turned around that fight so well.
Yeah.
Such good work, but piece by Zach is looking really rough, but it doesn't even matter. No! Jumps off the side of the build, but Eden had him in their sight.
That was kind of crazy because, first of all, the pro's name is Pieced Up, so you thought he was going to bring some more to the fight there. But he gets pieced up. He kind of took a leap of faith, and it did not pay off.
It did not at all. They should have just waited it out, waited for them to come to them. And
holy moly.
The day, but jumping to the side just allowed, guess what, the Big Eden to have a better angle on them and grab that elimination. It was just not the play, not the time.
It was like the way less risky play was somehow the way better play.
They also had a small shield on them, which was interesting that they didn't opt to pop it when they had so much time to do so. They should have popped that, then took that leap of faith. Maybe they would have had a little bit more health and landed a shot and won that, because you saw it. One shot from that pump shotgun did half their shield. So honestly, a little bit of a misplay on that final round, trying to just make anything happen for themselves.
It's a coulda, woulda, shoulda type game coming down to our game 5. Only 2 storms gone. This one, obviously, players really wanted to get their eliminations here.
I told you, now they're panicking.
Oh, this is my vibe right here.
There we go, boom, purple log, but they already got a purple log.
Add graffiti to the vibes, okay.
10 small medkits.
He said, oh, this is my stop. I get off here.
Is an interesting play there. Our team are currently covering what that second to last spot is, but I would have opted for those big shields, but they are feeling a little bit confident with those small medkits. Big Eden.
Oh, my goat changed skins. He knows I like woolly man.
There we go.
So he hooked it up.
He's doing it for you.
Here we go. Zafu versus my goat.
Will the GOAT, the Tiger, the GOAT, the otherwise be able to bring it all home? We've seen it. A lot of these underdog situations, able to land a shot, and that's a game-changing situation.
He's got really good builds for not having his own account.
Truly, really working their way up to that high ground. But Zafu says, hey, I'm still here. You better have not forgotten about me, as they are now trying to burst down these walls, and that will be a little bit more damage. They're going to lose everything they just restored.
Okay, well, I just got word that his name is Rage KBM. But he's going to be raging here soon as Zafu laces him with 2 shotguns, and that's going to end his day, his tournament.
Man, Zafu didn't even take a little bit of damage. They were able to just run around the builds. No matter how good Arena 56's builds were, it just wasn't enough if you're not able to build and land your shots. Landing your shots is how you win the game. And unfortunately, that arena count will have their night ended here. But Keru going to be here now. 3 eliminations, though. They are playing extremely well in this last round.
Highest we've seen is 6. There's 41 players that start this game. It's whittled its way down to 27. Keru honestly has what it takes to get one here. I don't know who is going to be our final. Obviously, we've had amazing tournaments from players like Baka, players like Daddy P.
I mean, honestly, at this point, you gotta just wait for that 25-player count, get those 3 additional. There we go. Kazuix takes down Gamer Kids, spoke it into existence, and now L competitors got 3 extra points, which is gonna be huge, especially for Keru right now, who is at 6 total points now. That's going to work their way up, especially if a lot of these other competitors who are now on the rank are not into the money. They're going to look a little bit more rough. It's Blizzard now going to be, wow, what an absolute
it's crazy
house that they're building right now.
I can just hear the birds in the background. That's all. But as the audio gets all fixed up here, we get into the build. Daddy P, a possible tournament ender for him here.
I mean, Blizzard taking their sweet time, trying to get through, trying to break it down, but there is just so much metal, so much brick that, my goodness, you'll need Bob the Builder to take this house down.
Yeah, you'll need at least Bob the Builder, but you can see him not necessarily destroying it and leaving it. Oh, as he pulls in door number 1, you see the competitor, Daddy P, gets his shots through. Now Blizzard's gonna have to heal. How's he gonna do it?
Bad respect for Daddy P being able to maneuver and manage their resources extremely well. Trying to just get reloaded, trying to get going. Notices the
Blizzard not only heals, but repositions at the same time, keeping his eyes on Daddy.
And now will this be the end for them, trying to just hold on for dear life?
There's better be a grown man, because I don't call nobody Daddy, okay?
Blizzard bursting through. Daddy trying to break down their own walls.
Daddy, chill.
You're loving this way too much right now.
Daddy P still taking shots, but Blizzard trying to find the correct maze inward. Takes shots, still trying to put that wall down to be his. Victor.
Oh, going to be an interesting battle here.
Head on a swivel.
Oh, we're going to be seeing absolute beautiful, and it's beautiful mechanics, repositioning grabbing the coat.
Oh, big shot.
Shot into the chest, and will it be enough?
This is exactly what the tournament needs to switch it on its head.
We'll see if Victor can do it.
He sneaks in. This is the shot, but Victor is your new Victor.
Now to be able to take down Baka, and that's the last thing you want to see. Now you realize if you saw it on the kill. No!
I mean,
Blizzard
second
wins the battle, and that will be Daddy P getting eliminated with Baka.
It's crazy. First place and second place get taken out by the people we thought were first place and second place going into this tournament.
That's crazy. The upset we needed with Baka getting eliminated, only getting 3 points, but then Daddy P loses the fight to Blizzard.
They still might. No, I don't think Dad can win.
I don't think so at all.
Can anybody else win is the question. Can anybody get
well, if they
13,
have what
14
we know.
points?
Exactly. We know that they're able to do it. We know that they're able to get up to that point total, but what we're seeing right now, Victor with only 3 eliminations. It's not looking
good for Victor. Blizzard's in the correct spot, however, and now is not in a good spot because Cosmic's taking him down to 1 health.
Blizzard's in a great spot. 50 bullets to the face. Oh no!
2 seconds
He's
later.
not in a good spot.
Cosmic's, though, not one to end his tournament here. Is going to take a step away into the bodega.
Yeah, Cosmic's really good at positioning themselves in the right spot at the right time. They don't rely a lot on the builds until late game. They're able to just run through these buildings, use them as cover, and not really worry about having to get more mats when they're already maxed out.
Victor's like, it's not me. I'm not doing that. Don't worry. No, he wants this. He wants this elimination.
Let's see if they're going to be able to grab it.
He was like, I'm just trying to get back in the storm. I'm sorry.
Going to be able to launch them.
Opens up the roof like it's nothing.
You can see all the bricks flying around, smacking them in the face. But guess what? They're getting launched out of the sky. Victor taking a little bit of damage. Ducky Monster trying to find the lemonade stand to give themselves some help that they need.
Even though Ducky is 1 health here, there is always the chance. But as the roof starts to collapse,
so does the rest of the foundation, and Ducky Monster gets down.
Yeah, I mean, just next level shotguns from all the competitors today. It's one of the most important things to have in your repertoire at the moment.
Man, this has been, literally, look at us. 4 storms in, 18 players left.
Every time.
The absolute fastest paced game we've had the entire day, and Kedu's trying to make it go even faster. They're going to be able to go up on this build, work their way around. Going to get third parties a little bit from the side, but they will be able to protect themselves. They need it, trying to fight for their life. Going to get bursted through, going to get pump shotted. 2-time for the 2-pump, and that's going to be Kedu grabbing 5 eliminations. Blizzard takes down Riley Smirkin.
Oh, man. I mean, Riley, another competitor that we saw last week, it's just everybody falling to the wayside of the players that, oh, I like this, wait. It might be a little bit too early, but high ground secured for Keru regardless.
Big Dean Sama, who we know time and time again, such a great competitor, has really shaken up this leaderboard by taking out some of the biggest dogs, some of the biggest competitors that are here tonight. But will they be able to do it again and run it back? It's looking kind of rough, and the resources are looking thin.
Big chillin' for the remainder of this tournament. See, he builds that. I love Panic Room, though. I love when it goes into Panic Room mode.
These new metal walls that they've added for this season, bringing it back, is very, very fun to watch because that makes people have to go forward through the impulse grenade. Kedu says, I do not have time for this. They're going to fly through 2 times with the impulse, but guess what? The third party is here. They hear the grenades, and they say, I want a piece of this action.
Keru has all the ability to do this, but he's wasting so many resources, so he's just trying to get more eliminations on the board, I have to think.
Oh, Blizzard gets turned on the Big Dean Sama.
I mean, we talked about how
take down the big dog.
Exactly, Big Dean Sama shaking up the tournament once again, taking out another big dog. Just crazy to see.
My God,
100% called out by our analysis here.
I mean, I didn't have faith in the Big Dean, I'll be honest with you. Once he got low and it got tough, it wasn't looking great, but we're finally back on to Zafu. 1 elimination on the board for them. We see them just so many
Reset.
times.
I mean, Zafu's never had one elimination coming into the last circle. Like,
yeah.
This is just so... A lot of these players getting their eliminations, whether it be like, I'm being quiet and I snuck up on you, or they're finding really different ways to get their eliminations today. And I must say, as this storm starts to get up to Grand Glacier, this one might be an Mount Everest final.
We'll see it for a little bit.
On the mountain.
Most definitely, but like, if we want to analyze something as well, 14 competitors left.
How many points
for the fifth
board?
circle? If you realize we had 19 competitors in a 7th circle just a couple rounds ago.
Yeah.
So this is just such a different round, a different game now, where you don't realize who you're gonna run into and how everyone's just trying to get their scraps and trying to get 1 point here, 1 point there.
Yeah, ESL 46 saying, Jesus, take the wheel.
And here he comes. And let's see if
I don't know.
Oh.
You take this?
You gotta line it up.
No, you line it up, he takes the...
Bray,
okay,
no.
that one you take the shot. You stop moving.
Bray, whoa, my heart, it breaks.
At 0 elimination, it's just kind of crazy. And then Dean Sama striking fear into the Fortnite gods today. And, I mean, Baka is just sitting by the wayside, hasn't had to play this entire game. Got the top 25 though, so what that says to me is he got a little bit of points.
There you go.
But is he just gonna watch himself win? Or does it even matter who wins this one? We'll have to see.
Yeah, it's not looking like there's gonna be a high elimination point total. But I mean, with some of these top competitors who are in that top 5 situation, if they do get like a 16 point with the, victory royale, it's gonna be kind of crazy. Right now, the big Dean Sama trying to just run down. Bray gets eliminated by Cosmic.
That's why you gotta take your shot when you get it.
You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take.
Proves it right there.
That's the line.
That's it.
Okay.
Nailed it.
I thought I messed that one up. I don't know why.
Michael Scott said that.
The big Dean Sama, though, still just shredding away on these rooftops. They are made to last. As big Dean Sama still trying to just scope out where their target is going.
Oh man, I like the War Machine skin they got coming out, the red, white, and blue one. That one
is so clean. All of the skins this season just look really good. Gotta shout out Epic as well. Gwenpool, you don't gotta keep the cell shading on. Looks great, but I gotta do that with every cell shaded skin. But big Dean Sama going to be getting a little bit shot at by that third party, and Kedu being able to use this AUG, put out a little bit of damage. Not much, but it's gonna do something.
Is there a Black Panther coming out soon?
I mean, Black Panther's already in the game, but now you got Shuri.
Yeah, I mean,
Black Panther.
Well, she's like the new Black Panther, right? Because like movie-wise.
Exactly, and she's actually the last tier on the Battle Pass, and then we got Mysterio in the game. We got Dr. Doom that's gonna be in the Battle Pass.
They have like a red Mysterio, right? That looks crazy.
Fire.
Crazy.
Kedu gonna be able to take out, when you're talking about arena count 46, they're gonna go down. Blizzy taking a little bit of damage from that scar.
And it does look like the storm is, at least for right now, gonna end us on the mountain.
There we go. Let's see. Oh, we heard you talking.
Okay, top of the morning to you. We're going north.
We're going away from the
Which
mountain.
usually would be the mountain if you're going north, but we're going the other way.
Yeah, you got a little bit of mountainous area where you'll be able to grab that high ground, and that's where we're going to be seeing some of these competitors, if they're going to take the Baka route, can just control the high ground and do what they need to do. Ryder here, still just
I was
playing
going to say,
the
there goes my Grinch joke that I've been piecing up. Thanks, Storm.
I made that actually a couple weeks ago during Saturday Night Speedway. It was pretty fire. One of the maps is like a mountain, a Christmas mountain, and you go down, you know?
Yep.
There we go. But Victor is there to take down Mizu. Unfortunate for them, getting their whole round.
Panic Room just feels so safe.
It does.
Like, you look at the brick and you look at the wall, you just feel safer.
You can tell anyone who puts those up just feels a little bit less stressed.
All right, let's see what we got here. Who is even in top contention right now? Maybe Victor, if he takes everybody out here.
If he just drops a nuke, 25 kill streak.
Blizzy's been doing well, but can he finish is the question.
Let's see if they're going to be able to clean it all up. And Blizzy taking out Frosty, trying to put out as much damage as they can. And man, these mats are looking low for a lot of competitors. They did not take the time to try and refresh those at all. Try to manipulate their own builds, check every single corner because they do not know who's lurking in the shadows.
Yeah, a couple of people that have a shot at it is dwindling. This might be all for the pride of it. Come our top 10.
20 more seconds.
Someone got a rocket launcher or something. Mr. Margella taken down to one shot, and Victor is the one that takes it. That's a great start.
And now
Karu sees Victor and kills him at your bottom right of the screen. And that is going to do it for Victor's tournament.
Here we go. What we were talking about. Karu grabbing 7, maybe working their way towards that victory royale. That's going to be a huge ending.
We're looking for 20 points if we're here and we're trying to finish, but I still don't know if the points will shake out. We'll have to see. It might be for all the marbles here, or it might be for nothing. Who knows?
Going to be able to pop open a window, but they're going to take a lot of damage to the wall. Going to get absolutely shredded. Their shields are nowhere to be found.
And that's when the hyper walls come out.
And honestly, Kedu playing an extremely good game, trying to just take their moment, take their chances, but not commit too hard, like we've been seeing them do round after round.
Karu doesn't have a win, Kozmix doesn't have a win, Blitzy doesn't have a W, Frosty doesn't have a W, and Ryder doesn't have a W. So
all
new Victor is coming out here.
Will they be able to take it? Who knows? And the big
no, he dies. He kills himself. He kills everybody that matters in the thing, and then misses himself.
You know what? If you're not gonna do it, I'm gonna do it to myself. You're not gonna take me out. Here I go.
That's a great time to go out too. Top 10. Why not?
Oh man, Kedu now going to have to just bide their time. Grabs that medallion, dropping it, reestablishing it. As all of these competitors almost on top of one another.
I don't like having the storm in my ear. It's weird.
It's like tickling you.
It's scary.
But right now we see Blizzy putting a little bit of damage out and 3 competitors in the same build. Yeah. It's only a matter of time before the bullets start flying.
And just take a look at some of the mats that some of these players have. It's dwindling.
Man, every single competitor just back to the storm, waiting for it to move once again and trying to take their chances.
Yeah, this one's going to slow down precariously because the circle is just not small enough yet. However, storm's starting to move,
but
circle getting smaller.
Yeah, there we go. You know what? If they're not going to move, the storm is going to make them move. Ryder getting
Zafu
that
going for a possible. Oh, Itadori goes down, but Zafu.
Oh my God, the stairway to heaven is real.
Yeah. Somebody can take that out.
But Zafu going to jump down once again, moving over to another person's build.
Yeah, Zafu just pulls up in a different apartment. Smart.
And now we're just seeing Kedu right in the middle here. And guess what? Ryder gets eliminated to the storm. That's going to be Kedu's elimination. They are at 9.
And you can kill somebody with the storm. That's.
You know what? Ryder was just in that storm for a little bit too long, and when it's at a 5-tick,
yeah,
it's such a brutal battle. Kedu getting absolutely blasted. Where are the shields? Where are the heals? It's not going to be enough. Gets stuck in the storm. Has to build their way away from the storm.
And Blitzy doing the heel dance. Everything coming out of the heels is as Frosty goes down to the storm as well. The circle is very small, and it's only getting smaller, moving northeast a little bit more.
And now Kedu's going to drop down once again. They are gone!
Blitzy looking for his first win on the day. Zafu, one shot. Kozmix, one shot.
One shot in a dream, and every single competitor right now, except for Blizzy, has their shield. 1v1.
Oh no!
Blizzy stuck in the storm, but the storm takes out Zafu. And that's going to be it. Blizzy grabbing the last victory royale of Friday Frags.
All right, Blizzy does what possibly felt impossible. Doesn't win 1, doesn't win 2, doesn't win 3, doesn't win 4, but wins the last one.
You know what's crazy?
We should make that more points, but go ahead.
Kozmix was the one who got the final elimination. They didn't even shoot them at the end, which is crazy.
That's gonna hurt your final score too.
That is crazy. One more elimination from the grave. They were able to grab that from the scoreboard, what it looked like, onto Zafu there at the very end, which is crazy. that they just had to wait and bite their time. And
yeah,
the
if it was a little bit closer, I would be arguing with TOs. I'd be saying, hey, that's my kill.
My bullet skimmed the right of their arm, but guess what? The game
I
says
don't think
what
it's
it
all
says.
going to matter towards the end, though. I think Baka did what he could to put a huge performance on today, and that might be what we see. But I know for a fact that that 10 points is really going to help out Blitzy, and we might see him raise.
K2, who could have potentially gotten those 10 points, but got 7, which is going to actually skyrocket them as well with that 16-point, not victory, but 16-point performance.
Yeah.
That's going to be absolutely huge for them as well.
It's all speculation. It's all coming down to the math here at the HyperX Arena. Once again, if you're just joining us, you just missed one of the hottest tournaments in Fortnite. Where were you?
Gonna be here next week. That's where you're gonna be. Every Friday, we're gonna be having Friday Frags, unless something else is happening here at the arena.
Like, you know, Soldier Boy.
Exactly. You know what? But it really is great. Every single week, $1,500 on the line. New Fortnite
They're doing
season.
this. They're doing this, and you're not
here.
You're not doing this.
You're not here to enjoy it as well. And honestly, just realize, hey, you have a chance to get in the money, get yourself known, and get yourself on the big screen.
Make a name for yourself.
Why not? Why not? You know what?
Damn it, told you.
Just do it and believe it. But that's my ninja way. Honestly, Nick, how did you feel about this tournament? Like, honestly, overall, what was your feelings about it?
You know, I always want to give the overall meta what we saw. It's really coming down to builds. It's so much more important than any time it's ever been in Fortnite to be great at your edits. It gives a reason for these players that have sat in 1v1 edit builds a reason to come out and try.
It really, really does come down to who has the better edits and the better builds. It is just so important for you to be able to also land your shots. We've seen it time and time again. Blizzard versus Blizzy. They literally
we have a way to get through builds. We have a way to we just don't. We're not running away anymore, which makes me feel strongly about this season.
A little bit. It's going to be quite interesting, and also all the items that they're going to add to this season. But right now, we've got the core meta. We've got the items, jetpacks. Don't need them. Auto lock turret. We do need them. And opting to use that instead of an SMG.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, if you do think you're in the top 10, scores are being calculated, but please stay in the venue.
Yeah, absolutely.
And make sure you talk to a TO if you are in the top 10, because we got to get 15. You paid out.
Top 15, top 15, top 15. If you are
That's a lot of people, bro.
That is insane. That's what I'm saying.
Top
1,500, top 15.
And that's who's getting paid out.
Exactly.
And I'm up here.
I could be down there, having fun playing Fortnite.
Getting last place.
There you go. You know what? And then we get to roast you from up here. You know? That's the fun part.
That is the only fun part, is I get to sit up here and roast you guys.
Exactly. And then they're like, 1v1 me. I'm like, I'm ruined. Trust me. I know how bad I am. You're good.
I tell those people, pull up Monday and we'll talk.
Oh, switch it up a little bit.
So, switch. You nothing but crazy puns today.
Oh.
He said, switch it up.
I like it. You know what? The brain's working overtime in the background. That's what it's doing. It's not loading in fast like the Switch. But we're currently making those point totals happen. But like we talked about before, Monday nights, if you're good at fighting games, come on down here. Smash Brothers, Street Fighter, everything under the sun here Monday nights,
and
Friday nights.
Don't forget to watch Username Taken, man. Maybe you don't have the ability to pull up to Vegas. You know, maybe you're from California. Maybe you're from. All you have to do is watch Username Taken, and you can leave with possibly at least a ticket into what is awesome gear from HyperX.
There you go. And then tomorrow, Mario Kart Tournament. You know what? If you think you can race fast, try and race against the best, as it's going to be an amazing event. It always is. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, 150cc. If you want to take your hand at that, the game gives you the good items that you need to cash back up. But if you're able to race, drift, and otherwise, take those skills to tomorrow night. Be there or be square, same exact time. It's going to be a wonderful event as well.
I mean, I always love coming out to a Saturday Night Speedway. There's not a lot of fun you can have in the gamosphere more than that, man. When I was down there and I was in the nitty gritty and, you know, something I've never seen, you know, it's just fun. We got scores? What do we got?
Oh, we're having a little bit of technical issues, so we're going to have a lower third score, and Baka's gonna be able to take it all home. By how much? We don't know, but Baka will be our Friday Frags champion.
I mean, just controversy to say the least, but we kind of knew going into Game 5 that Baka was primed. He got those 3 extra points for finishing, and big shout out to Baka for running away with the victory here.
Really, really great work. I mean, we
you
talked
worried
about
me. You went silent there. I was like, what's going on?
You know what? We saw them a couple weeks ago. They were competing. They were aggressive. They were looking for that win.
My first tournament, Baka won, so
you know what?
See him back in form.
Exactly. And being able to take this week and be able to show that they are an absolute threat on this Battle Royale map. It's great to see them. They do such great competitive work, and I can't wait to see what they're going to do next week.
Yeah, we need them next week in for sure. And if you are a player that was having fun here, please come back next week along with all of the amazing stuff we got with the leaderboard. There's plenty more reasons to come back and get your money.
Exactly. And tomorrow, if you want to, the F1 simulators are free to play on if you are playing during Saturday Night Speedway. So guess what? Come back tomorrow, play some Mario Kart, have a great time. But that will do it for us for Friday Frags. Nick, you got any last thoughts, words, or otherwise?
Drink your prime.
There we go.
Watch username taken.
There we go.
And perform at your local tournament. Pull up. That's all you can do.
There we go.